gamers. My name is 𝐏𝐡𝐚𝐭, and today I'm back. I am back from heck. Oh man, soiled it. She hates us. It's 𝐵𝗶𝗶𝗶𝗶. It's not 𝐵𝗶𝗶𝗶. I don't know why the chatbot isn't working. I don't know why the chat box isn't working. Chat box. What about this one? There we go. This one will work. Tried setting up a new chat box that I thought looked really nice and clean, but it doesn't work. It doesn't work no matter what I do. 𝐿𝐴𝐴, thank you. I hope you're feeling better. I spent your break remodeling my bathroom and made sure to finish it yesterday. Hell yeah. Good job. I hope you guys have had a good break from me. But now I am back. Your soul belongs to me. 𝐿𝐴𝐴, thank you. Ooh, I miss 𝐵𝗶𝗶. Draco, thank you. Glad to see you again. Rabbit, thank you. Jacob Anderson, thank you. Glad you're feeling better. I'm feeling a lot better. I can talk without dying and coughing constantly. I do have a bit of a cough, but I've always had a cough. So it's just slightly more of a cough, but not like a crazy amount of coughing. PC Tech, so glad you're feeling better, Funny Bunny. We miss you. This looks like a fun stream. Thank you. Taxon, thank you. Loot, thank you so much for the $100, dude. Thank you. Trog, thank you. Hi, 𝐵𝗶𝗶, thanks for not dying. You're welcome. Hops, thank you. 9 months. Let's go. Fucking Bolt Press, thank you. She's here. It's real. Welcome back. Thank you. Ashes also, thank you. Have 1 year. Thanks for the fun and laughs. Here's to many more. Thank you. We should get some BGM going. Should get some BGM going. Neopets Flash game OST. What comes up? Almost every Neopets game music. Here we go. Hell yeah. Welcome, gamers. My name is 𝐵𝗶𝗶, and today we're diving back into the internet a little bit. Nicholas, thank you. Glad you're feeling better. Federal holiday tomorrow. Paid time off. Let's go. Oh wait, this is like a video of somebody actually playing the game. Okay, we'll just leave it. 5 tubes of boost, thank you. Did you receive your I Survived the Coup sticker yet? Sadly not. Pascal, thank you. Oh, this is going to be something. I missed it, but thank you. Preston Hill, thank you. Misty people, thank you. Girl, thank you. We're going back to 2006. Around then, I have my Google search filter set to before 2010. Before we get into that, I just wanted to point and laugh at the League of Legends players who received a $500 skin, and they're protesting it by banning the character. So like, I guess when you play League of Legends, if you're playing anything but the quick play mode, I guess, you can like ban a specific character from play, I guess, in order to like try and balance things, right? Because like you'll get oh my god, what are these sound effects? You'll get like broken heroes and stuff. And so I guess like the banning is to like balance the game mode a little bit. But they released a $500 skin, and I guess it's in celebration of one of their esports players. I don't remember his name. Was it Taker or something? I don't know. Faker. So there's this guy named Faker, and he's like a really big League of Legends player, I guess. And so they released this like battle pass. What is this BGM? They released this battle pass for this guy, like honoring him, and I guess it was like so scuffed. People liked like the cosmetics that they released, but there were like these little videos that I guess were just like YouTube links or something. So like the videos that you would unlock as you spent money on the battle pass or whatever, or you got the levels from the battle pass, it would be like Faker personally thanking you, or like showing off like his highlighted moments or some shit. But they were just like public YouTube links that anybody could find. So that was... It's a little scuff. Maybe you could have like... I don't know, like... built that into like... the game engine or something, right? Like you could have... Like there's no way you couldn't like program a video to play. That's Andrew, thank you. Since COVID ran effect your sense of taste, maybe it's time for another waifu rating stream to see if it's gotten better. I did not lose my sense of smell or taste. Person with a Japanese name, thank you. Glad to see you're feeling better. Yeah, but thank you. I've seen conflicting information on the ban rates for this character. Monsieur, thank you. You sound a lot better. Thank you. I've seen a lot of conflicting information. Apparently, South Koreans don't give a fuck, and they're not like banning the character at all. I guess for Ari, the South Korean ban rate for this character was higher a couple patches ago compared to like the current boycott. So like, I guess like the people most mad were like the Europeans. And the people who cared the least were the South Koreans. Which makes me wonder, right? Like, how cracked are like South Korean players, or like the South Korean economy? Oh my god, this is loud. Where like, they're just totally chill with the $500 skin. They're just like, yeah, $500 skin? Who cares, man? What's most important is... whether or not the hero's actually broken. They're used to it. A friend, thank you. Is this the reason my Fishman uninstalled League? Probably. What is this song? This isn't the Altador... What? This isn't the Altador Cup theme? What the hell? This is not real. This is not real. This is not the real Altador Cup theme. What the hell was that? What the hell was that? That was not real. That was so... I'm sorry, chat. That was really distracting. Baited. So... yeah, very interesting. Very... oh, the BGM is doubled! Oh, shit. Why? Why does it always do that? There we go. Thank you. And thank you. Denied thank you. Good old scuff. Good old scuff. Looney, thank you. It's not because the South Korean economy is that good. It's that microtransactions and gacha are so prevalent and normalized in South Korea that $500 isn't unusual. Jesus Christ. I remember when Aura Kingdom came out. And that was like... I think that was like my first experience with like real whales, I want to say. Because Aura Kingdom came out. For those of you who don't know, Aura Kingdom was an MMO that I think might still be around, but is mobile only. I could be wrong, but... it was a game that came out, and it was like a very like middle of the road MMO. Like it was pretty good, but it wasn't like good enough to compete in the marketplace at that time. So when Aura Kingdom came out, they had pre-order packs, and this is back before pre-order packs were like really a thing for free-to-play MMOs, right? Like if an MMO had pre-order packs. If an MMO had pre-order packs, it was like a pay-to-play MMO, you know? It wasn't like free-to-play MMOs did not... they just didn't do that. That wasn't a thing. But Aura Kingdom, right out of the gate, had like $100 pre-order shit. And it's like... it was pretty good. It was pretty good. Like, you got like a plushie if you bought it, which to me is like a real win because you're getting physical merchandise and not just shit that's like technically free in game. You know what I mean? Like Pre-order packs in MMOs are almost always now. It's like, what? Why is this music? This is not Neopets! Oh my god, what the fuck is this playlist? This playlist is so scuffed. It's supposed to be Neopets. It's supposed to be Neopets, and it's playing like random rock music. What the fuck? Okay, here we go. But yeah, Aura Kingdom came out of the gate. Wait, maybe I can find it. Maybe I can find it. My keyboard is like broken. Aura Kingdom pre-order. Hold on. Oh, it is on Steam. I don't know if you can is there pre-order info anymore? Probably not. It's probably all gone by this point. Is there no information on the pre-orders? What the fuck? What the fuck? Pre-order. No! There's no information. Lost to time. I guess I got lost to time. But basically, there were pre-order packs for Aura Kingdom. And when I saw that, I was like, what is this? 2013. Here we go. Oh wait, no, this is like beta information. Shit. Okay, well. Oh well. Why not? Thank you. Moved into my own place and had. Oh, I can't read it all. Why is it cut off? And had a power surge kill my PC, but a 𝐿𝐴𝐵𝗶𝗽𝗶𝗽𝗶 makes it better. I'm so sorry about your computer, Jesus Christ. Rub-a-dub-dub, thank you. Congregate, thank you. Welcome back. I'm gonna miss your raspy Onesan voice. Huh? Jimmy Wrestler, thank you. I do feel like my voice is different. I don't know if I sound as much like a dying crow to you guys as I sound like in my head. But to me, I sound like a seagull that got hit by a car. But I don't know if that is the same for you. Sergeant Reaper, thank you. Having spent $7,000 on my anime figure collection was worth more than any leak skin I did, however, buy horse armor. Oh, no. Jesus Christ. Raging the Mist, thank you. Found it. It's called the Founders Pack Diamond. Aura Kingdom Founders Pack Diamond. Oh, wait, is this it? Are these it? It's like, it's all blurry. It's one of those images on Google Images that no longer exists, but like barely, like it still appears on Google Images. Is this it? Okay, Founders Pack Diamond. So $1 is 100 AP. So this is $299 reduce. $299 reduce, chat. But here's the plush. Oh, and you also got playing cards. Now, in hindsight, having experience with like merchandise production, this is not worth it. This is not fucking worth it. Dumbo, thank you. I love entering Pippa streams with no context. Scottish guy, thank you. What do you call a dinosaur with an extensive vocabulary? A thesaurus. Oh my god. Fumples, thank you. This is not fucking worth it. 6,500 loyalty points. A legendary ring. Level 20 ring. That's gonna be garbage after like 2 patches. Or when you hit level cap. When you hit fucking level cap, this ring is gonna be goddamn worthless. You're gonna like shove it on an alt just to be like, yeah, I got the pre-order ring. This is my pre-order. These are my pre-order artifacts. You pull them out during like a guild meeting because you're bored and you want to flex. The Drizzle, thank you. It takes forever to get a pilot's license, but it only takes a couple minutes to steal a pilot's jacket and hat. Based. Ethereal Wolf Mount. Ethereal Wolf Mount 3-day temp. This is the most garbage thing to ever be added to MMOs in my opinion. Temporary mounts are such bullshit, okay? I think any game that gives you a temporary mount, the developers should be dragged out behind the shed and fucking shot. They should be shot in the goddamn head. Any developer that's like, yeah, here's a mount. It only lasts a couple of days. I know the average MMO player can only log in for like a couple hours a day at a time. So in total, you know, you're spending all this money and you're getting like fucking a total of like 9 hours out of your goddamn mount. But you know, and that's really pushing it. Time limited items suck. They suck so bad. If a game has a temporary mount, it has me for a temporary time. Don't catch me with that. Oh my god, Tera for a while. Tera used to sell temporary mounts for like $10. Holy shit. NK, thank you. It is so fucking cringe. It is so fucking cringe. These games are so bad. Tera, also mounts not being account wide is so bad. I paid $40 for my snow leopard in Tera to be account wide. And that was the most cancerous thing ever. Having to spend $40 just to make sure all my characters could use the mount. It's like, and that's just for like a cheaper mount. Menma's Tera is so good. Menma's Tera is amazing. Please, thank you. You think you're allowed to walk in my game? Yeah. Why did you buy it? Because I thought it was so cool and I really wanted it. And everybody else had cool mounts. And all I had was what did I have? I didn't have the pre-order lion, which I was very sad about. I wish I had that pre-order lion. That thing was sick. I wish I had the lioness. I wanted that one really bad. I had the Aeolian zebra, I think, which you got from being a founder. And I had like this one like metal horse. I don't remember how I got it. I never used it because it's ugly as fuck. And then I also got from an event, I think from like an event or a contest or something. I got the Struthio, the pink Struthio, which was like this. It was a pink ostrich, and it was really cute. But it wasn't cool, and I wanted something cool. Like the pirate, thank you. I just got a new job, and it's the best paying one I've ever had. The guys I work with are very cool. We travel for work all across Florida. So thanks for keeping smiling through some hard times. Well, hell yeah. I hope you enjoy Florida and you see lots of cool gators. Welcome, Lang. Thank you. Dyeable outfit to flex on the boards. Oh my god, Tera had... Oh my god. Dyeable outfits in Tera were locked behind events and gacha boxes. Oh my god. I paid $60, I think, for in Tera. It was a Win Tera event. And it was one of like the first few years of the game's life. And it was the first release, I believe, of the dyeable maid outfits. And if you spent like $60, you got like the more conservative maid outfit. Ellen dyeable maid outfits, Tera. Let's see if I can find them. All these images are fucking dead. It's not this one, but this one's cute. The Alice in Wonderland. We never got this in NA, I don't think. It was this one, which this image is extremely blurry, but there's a dyeable version of this. Or this is the dyeable version because it has the golden trim. The regular version doesn't have a gold trim. This one was like $60. And this one, the dyeable version with the gold accents, was like... Oh god, I don't wanna get this wrong. Chat, was it like $200? Was it like $200 for this? It was pretty insane. Moonhong Toki, thank you. I was too much spend money on KR online games when I was young. I spent like spent every single allowance I got on MMOs. It was like 100. Was it $100? It was an exorbitant amount of money. You had to, in order to get this, you had to spend money in the cash shop within a certain amount of time. The 3-pack of Ellen swimsuits was $200. Oh my god. Tera didn't have very many cosmetics in the beginning, so they charged a fuck ton for them. It was so bad. I played on release and somehow I remember none of this. That's because for like the first year, Tera was a good game. Tera, for its first year, Tera was pay to play. And the economy was great. And not the developers, but like the community managers were always in chat. They were always like playing the fucking game with the community. And getting to level 7, sure, took you like 7 hours, but it was a good fucking game. It was more of a, it wasn't always free to play. No, Tera launched as buy to play and buy to play and pay to play. So not only did you have to buy Tera, but you also then had to pay a certain amount every month to continue playing it, unless you got the oh god, what was it called? There was like a scroll that you could buy from other players, and other players could buy them and sell them that gave you game time. It was a good time. It was a good time. A sub fee is a great gatekeeping tool, absolutely. 𝐿 Lagoon, thank you. Shut up and take my money. I seriously, Chrono Scroll, yeah, that's right, Geo. They were called Chrono Scrolls. Honestly, I think all MMOs should have like a monthly membership fee. Speaking as somebody who really loves MMOs, and when I was younger, like, could not really afford, like, because like I was a kid, right? Like my parents were like, no, I'm not paying for a monthly World of Warcraft subscription. Are you insane? So like I didn't get to play World of Warcraft, and I think that's based actually, because I was annoying. I was extremely annoying as a kid with no money. So I went to the free-to-play MMOs, and I was bouncing around from like shitty MMO to shitty MMO. Shut up. So like, I remember there was oh god, was it? Oh fuck, there was this one website I used to always go to. I'd always type this in: what MMOs are worth playing? And then I'd type in the current year, right? So I do like 2013. We'll do like 2013. What MMOs are worth? I don't think it was MMORPG.com. There was another one. It was like MMO Island or some shit. I don't think I went to MMORPG. MMO Hut! That's right! MMO Hut! I went to MMO Hut! Fuck, dude. Yeah, not MMORPG.com. But yeah, I'd look at websites like, I'd look at these shitty articles and I'd be like, nah, tried that one, tried that one, tried that one. I never tried any of these actually. Like, I might have tried Age of Wushu? I did not try Lord of the Rings Online. I never played Eve. I never played Rift. I never played Star Trek Online. I did try The Secret World on stream. Star Wars, The Old Republic, never played it. Guild Wars 2, didn't like it. Neverwinter, didn't play it. Final Fantasy 14. Wow, this is old. Wow. Some things never change, I guess. Worth playing. We'll do 2011. What comes up in 2011? Is MMO Hut gone? Chat, what happened to MMO Hut? But there were like all these. Oh, I typed. Wait. Oh, Guard Jelly. Thank you, thank you. Anime. Wait, hold on. What? Anime, because I liked anime art style. And then a lot of them would be like, stay on the lookout for Paria Chronicles, Nexon's latest MMO. Wait, Palia. No. That was Palia. Wait, this is all new. This is new. Paria Chronicles. Stay on the lookout for Paria Chronicles, Nexon's newest MMO that is definitely going to come out. It's a blend of Pokemon and it's like a sandbox game and you can build your own world. And yeah, Dragon's Nest. I tried Dragon's Nest. I tried Soul Worker. I played Maple Story too. I played Mabinogi, obviously. Never heard of Code Closers, or maybe I did. I probably did try and play it. I remember stalking new MMOs. There were so many MMOs that just never got fucking ported over to the West, but had like English websites. I'd just be sitting there, I'd be checking every day, dude. I'd be like, all right, is this coming out? Did you play Fliff? Yeah, it sucked. Skeptical Panda, thank you. How about Hotel is back? I heard. Sarah, thank you. How's the Coof? It's all right. Ragnarok Online? I played a little bit of Ragnarok Online. I played a little bit of DFO. Do you guys remember Dungeon Fighter Online? I played a little bit of that because of one of my guild members. And I was like, this is not the game for me. But I just heard about it like non-stop because he wouldn't shut up. And he'd be like, yeah, so the DFO forums got hacked. And I'm like, oh, that sucks. And then he's like, yeah, the community kind of like rose up and took over the forums. And now like everybody's advertising for like this new private server. And the moderators just don't even care. So we're just like advertising our private server on the forum. And I was just like, oh, okay. So there's a lot going on over there, I guess. Don't entirely know what happened with DFO, but you know. 𝐿𝐴𝐻, thank you. Many fond memories of going to all you can eat pizza with friends before raid night on WoW 2 decades ago. Some still play it, it's nuts. Taxon, thank you. Adventure Quest World. I did play that and I gave up because hold on, 𝐶𝐿𝐴𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵, thank you. She lives Programmer Coding, thank you. 1 year, glad I could support you and follow you on your journey. Thank you, thank you. Okay. Adventure Quest Worlds. Chat, I played a little bit of this. And the reason I stopped is because I got to this point where there was like a salt and pepper shaker enemy. And I was like, this is absurd. This is not good. I do not appreciate the silliness of this enemy in my MMO. I thought this was serious. I thought this was a serious game. I didn't realize it was a joke. I didn't realize it was a joke game. So, yeah, I didn't play it after that. Shaquan Hung, thank you. Have you ever played Wizard 101? I played it on stream, but I never played it back when I was younger. Because, again, it was like buy to play and pay to play. Or maybe just pay to play. But yeah, I had like a zombie puppy. Lion of Mexico, Priston Tail. I don't recognize that one. I had like a zombie puppy as my like companion. And yeah, I never played this, I don't think. But yeah, it just, oh man. Yeah, this game is ruined. There was what was, okay, there was one called like Elysian, I think. Elysian Tales or something like that. I don't know. There was L-Sword. I played L-Sword. It was pretty good. I really liked, oh wait, there was, chat, there was L-Sword and there was like another one. There was, hold on. Grand Punch or something like that? Grand Chase! Grand Chase! I played Grand Chase. Grand Chase was fucking good. I played, chat, what's the... there was like a hack and slash MMO. I forget the name of. It got shut down, and now there's like a private server. Rusty Hearts! Oh my god, Rusty Hearts was so good. Chat, Rusty Hearts was so good, and they shut it down. Blade and Soul, yeah, I shilled for the Founders Pack. I played on the Taiwanese server for Blade and Soul. Back before Blade and Soul was released in the West, I played on the Taiwanese server for Blade and Soul, and I got so pissed off playing with fucking Americans. I hated the American servers, man. Like, on the Taiwanese server of Blade and Soul, everybody's so nice and helpful. And there's like these little wheels that you can spin, and everybody like waits their turn to spin the wheels. And I was playing I was playing on the like fan translation for the game, and the translation was like really loving, and a lot of thought went into it, and the game was uncensored. You preferred the 400 ping? My ping was not 400. It wasn't that bad. But then I play on the American server, right? And I fucking pre-ordered the most expensive pack for Blade and Soul, so I got the cowboy costume. So I'm on the fucking American server of Blade and Soul, man. The game is censored. The translation is awful. Americans suck, dude. Everybody's clustered around the wheels that only one person can spin at a time, and you have to spin them to continue the main story quest. And I'm sitting here like, oh, like we'll get like a nice line going, and in the first 2 days people did behave, because that's when the pre-order people were allowed in. When the free-to-play players came on the Blade and Soul, they ruined it. The first 2 days of Blade and Soul, people were very well behaved. Yeah, then the pores came. Then the fucking pores came in, and everybody's flooded around the goddamn wheels. For some reason, the lag is way fucking worse than on the Taiwan server. The fucking hills are glitching and breaking people's characters. I got stuck in several different parts because items would disappear from my inventory. Like key quest items would disappear from my inventory, and I'd just be sitting here like, what the fuck? And I'd have to like message. I'd have to fucking message support like, hey, this item went missing from my inventory. Please help. And they'd be like, oh, yeah, we'll fix that for you. Sorry. And I'm sitting here like, oh, okay. Oh, and then I didn't get to reserve a name. I paid all that money so I could reserve my name that I had in Tera. Because I had a really rare name in Tera. And I wanted to be that same, like, character in Blade and Soul because I was gonna play with my guildmates. So I paid to get my rare name in Blade and Soul, and it didn't work! And I was like losing my mind. I was so pissed. I was so pissed, chat. Let me show you Blade and Soul. I was so fucking pissed. I'm just gonna mute this. I was messaging the fucking support like crazy. I made accounts on social media so I could fucking at them on Twitter. I was like, bro, my name, the name thing's not working. The name thing is not working. Why is it not working? Because it was literally just like this little window that you would pop up. You downloaded this software to reserve a name, and you would boot it up, and then you could like type in like 2 names that you wanted to preserve, And I just wanted the one. Winterberry, thank you for the $200 reduce. Thank you, thank you. I just wanted my name, my really rare name. And I didn't get it. And then... and then I found out that you could use like European characters, so I just used like an I with 2 dots in order to get my name. I was so pissed. I was so fucking pissed. Yeah, bro dropped $200 and said marmots upon ye. Animal Friend Part 2, thank you. Pipkin, yeah. David Area, thank you. I'm glad you seem to be recovering well. Godspeed, Silly Rabbit. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Did they give you your money back? No! They didn't! I was so mad. God. The American server for this game was so bad. I feel like if the servers weren't such dog shit, the game would have did better. Timuro, thank you. Because I remember all my guildmates just fucked off. They were like, this is unplayable. It was like, they were like, you know, launch scuff is normal. We'll give it like 2 weeks. And they got to endgame. I gave up before endgame because I kept having my items disappear and that was just like too much for me. I don't know why my account was so cursed, but I was just like, I can't do this. I can't stay focused for this long. Like, this constant bullshit of like having the message support to get stuff back. I was like, ugh, whatever. So yeah, I just also I was kind of annoyed my guildmates like rushed ahead, but I was in like a PvP guild in Tera, so they were like super excited for the end game. And so they all rushed ahead on their own. I was like, yeah, let's play together. And they would be like, the next day, yeah, I hit endgame. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I'm sitting here farming to get all the cosmetics from the bosses as I go. And they're all just fucking, are you sick, you sad weird? Yes, I am sick. Yes, thank you. I'm like glad to hear that you're doing better. Thank you, thank you. Becca, unknown, thank you. But, when the homies finished the game without you, yeah, Pippa the casual. I was not being casual about it. I was still playing constantly. It's just that I wanted to, like, play it as, like, a completionist. I was more like achievement hunter. I need to get every cosmetic from every area, and then, like in games, right? If there's, like, titles and stuff, I want to get the titles and stuff as I go. Because it's such a pain to backtrack and come back and do it. But they were very, very PvP focused, so. Okay, Asmit, what do you mean? PvP servers can be a PITA PvP zones are much better. I personally like PvP servers. As long as the game is new. As long as the game is new. Or as long as the server is new, right? I think the thing with PvP servers is if you don't continuously add new PvP servers, then you just end up with one PvP server that everybody transfers to after they hit level cap on a different server. That's how every game goes. That's literally every game. There's one PvP server because everybody just transfers over to that one after they hit level cap on a PvE server. Because the other PvP servers are dead because all the like the PvPers go to the PvP server, right? Like the main one. The people that stay on like the secondary PvP servers are the dog shit ones where everybody makes fun of them and you're like, you know, you wouldn't be saying this, like you wouldn't be number one on the server if you were on like you're like you're number one on this server, bro, but like number 20 on the real one. It's yeah. To be fair, a lot of PvE servers are the same way. If they don't use mega servers, True. True. I think PvP servers have it way worse, though. I think there's always going to be, like, the try-hard server, right? But, like, PvP servers are, like, way fucking worse. Because literally everybody has to go there if they want to be, like, competitive. Malcolm Lang, thank you. I had a Sky Castle on Tempest Reach because nobody plays Cutthroat League on TR. You could win a castle with just one match! Yeah. You were not Mount Tyrannus, you fucking idiot, you fucking garbage dog shit player. MGBs, thank you. Welcome back. Thank you, thank you. I never liked open world PvP. I was on the RP server of Tera. I was on Celestial Hills. Because I, like a fool, didn't realize that once the game went free to play, the roleplay server would no longer be a roleplay server. It would be the Brazilian server. So, joke's on me. Learned that lesson the hard way. On 8town, thank you. Hello, Pecora. I spent 2 years fighting in Eastern Europe, but now I'm home. Why did you turn pink and become so 𝐒𝐴𝐽? Pickle. Brazil mentioned. Dude. Celestial Hills. Chat, I've told this story before. But Tera? Chat. Tera. The Brazilian players who wanted to play Tera. When the game became free to play, they were organizing in their fucking TeamSpeak servers and shit. Alright? They were preparing. They were like, Tera's going free to play. We can finally play the game. Yay. We're all gonna go on Mount Tyrannus and kick everyone's ass. Oh, sorry, you were using MSN Messenger. Sorry. Okay. So the Brazilians on MSN Messenger or wherever the fuck were like, we're all gonna go to Mount Tyrannus and we're gonna go PvP. We're gonna be PvP gods. Okay? So the floodgates open. Tera goes free to play. The Brazilians log in. They can't read English. They click Celestial Hills because it's the first one in the fucking list. The server becomes flooded within a week of everybody typing 𝐿𝐴𝐽. Hundreds of guilds pop up with just the Brazilian flag and the fucking Bleach logo as their goddamn icons. You do any dungeon and at the beginning of it, okay, so what you type when you're like back then, Party Finder, you didn't have to use it. You didn't have to use the Dungeon Finder because people were actually playing the game. So you would go into like the local chat or the area chat around the dungeon and you would type looking for group 3 out of 5 tank healer, right? Because you're looking for like a tank or a healer. Some motherfucker joins in. It's a warrior. His name is some shit with a period in the middle because every Brazilian likes to have a first and last name in Tera. And they're always like a warrior or a slayer. And you're like, oh, we actually already have all of the DPSs we need. And so one of like the nicer, and you don't see anything in chat yet, but one of like the nicer players is like, oh, well, I was gonna do a run with my friend anyways, or my guildmates just logged in, so I'll ask them. So somebody drops. And now you have this other person who's not saying anything. They're not saying anything. You get your healer and your tank. You enter the dungeon. The first thing that they type is BR question mark. Always. Always. that I would just instantly drop. I would enter the dungeon, somebody would type BR question mark, and I would face take a 30-minute cooldown because I did not want to play with the fucking Brazilians. I should clarify. Tera, back in the day, everybody either needed to know how to play the dungeon because they'd done it multiple times, or they needed to be able to speak the same language because somebody had to explain the mechanics. Because if nobody explained the mechanics, you would wipe. Within the first 2 bosses, you would wipe. Without fail. Because Tera used to have skill checks, basically. Tera, it used to be that you would have to, like, drag a boss into another room so that way you didn't get swarmed by ads, like in the Halloween area. I forget the name. Poor Elenu. When you were in Poor Elenu at the fucking vampire manor, you had to drag this spider boss into another room, or the little tiny spiders would rape you. The little tiny spiders would skull fuck your corpse, and this 1 hour, 40-minute dungeon would have been for naught, right? Because that's like that's the last boss. So that's like a particularly bad one, right? But then there was another dungeon after that. Was it it wasn't 𝐓𝗶𝗽𝗶𝗽's Descent. It was something else. I don't remember the name, but it was when you went to the snowy area, you would go into this like underground prison thing, and there was like this castle with a sunset. It was like a castle with a sunset as the skybox, and it had like secret bosses. Necromancer's Tomb. Yeah. Necromancer's Tomb, I think. So like you would go do that dungeon, and there was like secret bosses that you could get the best loot from. And so back when you're playing early Tera, you needed this loot in order to not have to do the next dungeon that was right after it, which fucking sucked. What you would do is you would beat the secret boss to get the rares, and then the next dungeon, which was like this dog shit tower thing, you could just skip it. The Brazilians did not understand this. They would drop immediately after the first, like after like the final real boss, they would just drop. So then you didn't have enough DPS to beat the final secret boss. Oh my god. Yeah, and they would always type that, and it was the most infuriating thing in the fucking world. You would get to the end of the dungeon, and you would roll for the loot, and this one fucker is just typing KKKKK, and you're like, are you angry? Are you happy? Are you saying you're done with the dungeon? Why are you typing KKKKKK? What do you mean by this? What does this fucking mean? But they type that and they just drop. Welcome to Die, thank you. Raymo, thank you. Brazil numero penta campeão mundial. No habla. No habla. I remember I tried desperately at first to communicate with the Brazilians. I tried. I went to Google Translate, and you couldn't copy and paste the text. So I'd be like typing. I would turn Tera into windowed mode, and I'd pull Google Translate over onto the side, or I'd like pull out my laptop while I'm sitting at my PC if I had a laptop at the time. There was a period of time where I had like, where I did have both, but usually I only had like a laptop to play any MMO on, unfortunately. I was a certified trackpad gamer for quite a while. But so I'd be like typing desperately in the Google Translate, trying my best to understand what the fuck this party member is saying. And it wouldn't even just be in dungeons. You'd be like, because back out in the day in Tera, you'd be out in the fields completing your main quests. You'd be completing your main story quest, and it would make you kill BAMs. It would make you kill like these big ass monsters, right? They're like bosses, but just out in the fields. So I'd be like, oh god, what were like the boss names? I can't remember. It's been so long now. Kuma's question mark, and I'd go into Google Translate and I'd type in "do you need," and I don't remember what the translation for it was, but I'd like then type into Tera the fucking Brazilian Portuguese translation for "do you need Kuma." And they'd be like question mark, and I'd be like Kuma, and I'd be pinging the map, and they'd be like yes, and then they'd go over to a completely different field boss and start attacking it, and I'd drop party, and then they'd whisper me, they'd send me like a private message, and they'd be like K, and I'm just like, what, dude? What? I thought we had come to an understanding. Apparently we didn't. So I left the party. Why are you private messaging me? Ah! Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. Wait. I did not experience that much. I would just see them like type it in the global chat sometimes. What I would usually see is some fucking Brazilian in my party type something mean as hell in English, followed by a singular 𝐿, period. They would type something like, "You are the most dog shit healer in the world. Disgusting American pig. Uninstall your life. Period. 𝐿, period." And you're like, oh, now you can speak English. So now you can speak English. Okay. All right. I bet your ass is on Google Translate right now, typing all that shit. But when I'm typing one-word commands in a dungeon, you can't Google Translate just a fucking 5-letter word. You can't Google Translate when I say door. Oh my god. I have some beef with Brazilians. Thank you. That's why I never played MMOs. People were too toxic. Oh my god. He just learned English to insult you. Sorry, thank you. Over 1 year, Big Pippo. Why does it sound like you got ants in your throat? Because I still have COVID. Maybe I should add that. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Sorry, my voice is weird. I still have COVID. There. God. I remember this one comic came out. And it revolutionized my insults to Brazilians. And I would like to clarify, by the way, it's not a race thing, okay? Because Argentinians were fucking fine. Brazilians, though. This one comic came out where it was like talking about Brazilians in MMOs, and it was like the spawn of the 𝐿𝐴𝐻𝐿𝐿, and so every time a Brazilian pissed me off, I'd be like, 𝐿𝐴𝐻𝐿𝐿, please, dot, wait, and I just spam the fucking chat. I got so mad. I got so fucking mad at them. Give items blocks. Give money. Oh my god. Yeah. So, is this poor shaming? No, because the Argentinians were fine. Argentinians and MMOs. You get Argentinians and Brazilians. Those were like the two factions. I don't even know if any other country in South America exists because it's just those two. So Argentinians come on and they just keep to themselves. You run a dungeon with an Argentinian, they're not even typing in the chat. They just do the dungeon and they might suck at it, but at least they're not calling you racial slurs. God. Nobody knows Paraguay in the two factions. Oh yeah, fucking Christ. Oh my god. She forgot Chile. I never saw Chileans in MMOs, and if I did, they disguised themselves very well. Leonardo Rivas, thank you. Brazil is the Russian of LATAM. They'd be crazy. Listen, I still love you Chilean bros, but I've never seen you in MMOs. I guess I think we only got a glimpse of the glory of Brazil. Imagine what it's like IRL over there. I wonder. How about Mexicans? Mexicans are always chill in MMOs. Never had issues with Mexican players in MMOs. They're always very normal. Usually I see Spanish people in MMOs. Esteban Gomez, thank you. What about the Polish? Polish people would be on European servers, and usually games would have a North American and a European server. Not as much anymore. Nowadays, it's only ever like a North American server, Oceanic server, and then like an Asia server. And the Asian servers are like super divided. There's like a lot of Asian servers. But sometimes just global. The big three server regions, yeah, those are the big three, I'd say. I don't know where the fuck Europeans play MMOs at. Your choices for MMOs as a European has got to be like severely limited. But why do you hate Peru? I don't hate Peru, I just never see you guys in MMOs. But every server had their own variety of Brazilians. Wait, what's like the Brazilian equivalent on like a European server? Gunplay Uruguay, thank you. We Uruguayans get confused with Argentinians, but at least we speak English on TS and know our stuff on the game. PR on MMOs are a plague. Russians? French. Russian. Oh, people are pretty overwhelmingly saying Russians. I remember as an MMO player, the only time I ever encountered Russians was when I was looking for exploits. Every time I played an MMO and I was looking for like exploits or like game breaking shit, it was always the Russians that had that shit down on lock. You'd be like navigating this cursed ancient Russian forum and they're like, yeah, input this cheat engine code and you can hit endgame, and you're like, oh, Jesus Christ. They always had the craziest shit. Watch out for malware. I never downloaded any crazy Russian hacks or anything. I would get mine like secondhand, like passed around the guild forum and shit like that. I would like look for the shady stuff and then I would pass it off to like my 60-year-old guild members who fucking used to work at Microsoft and developed like a fucking branch of Linux or whatever the fuck, you know? Like, I'm not messing with that shit. I'm gonna let the fucking old guard deal with that, and then they can give me whatever works later. The elders. Yeah, the elders. Russians still holding it down. Hello from Russia, Pippa. Hello, Onechan. I don't think you donated with a Russian currency. Microsoft developed Woody. I was just like throwing shit out there, man. It's always like, you always have like a guild member that is like a fucking founder of Silicon Valley, and you're like, ah. So, how do I remove player collision? And they're like, here you go. I'll write you up a script tonight. In between dungeon runs. Here you go. That's how I think. Russians would use hacks. Latinos would look for every single exploit to beat bosses because they sucked at the game. Flips were toxic as hell. Quote again, thank you. The old school RuneScape Brazilians were and still are Venezuelans. Oh. I remember when the Venezuelans came to Tera. I remember for a short amount of time, it became a meme to like go to the gold grinding spots and just like gang up on the Venezuelans. Like, if you killed stuff before they killed it, there wasn't anything they could do. So people would just like, entire guilds would go out to the grind spots and just camp the gold farming spots. Not because they needed gold, but just to fuck with the Venezuelans. Bullying the poor. Bullying the gold sellers, alright? But how many virtual race wars have you participated in? None! None! It was like, people were trying to protect the economy. Made people die of starvation doing that. I didn't do it, really, okay? I would show up for a little bit, but I didn't have the attention span for that. Technically, thank you. Being PPP 9 months, hell yeah. It was just, listen. Yeah. Pippa sharing World War stories from Tera is oddly entertaining. I remember, it wasn't me, I was just there. Because I remember the people with like big AoE would come out and they'd just like one-shot everything in the area and you're just like, eh. So what'd you have for dinner? 6-shot savior, thank you. Venezuelans make more money from selling RuneScape gold than a doctor in their own country. Jesus Christ. Daggrace, thank you. An entire Europe having Pipkin. Venezuelans should buy YouTube Premium and sell their accounts to Americans. Venezuelans should start a like proxy service where they'll continue paying for YouTube Premium or something, or they'll like pay in advance for YouTube Premium and then sell it to Americans. And Bosu, thank you. They did that with Neopets, kind of. Neopets currency. I don't remember if it was Venezuelans or Brazilians. It was somebody. Dang, laddie, thank you. You sound so much better today, Pippa. I hope you get to 100% soon. Thank you. They would buy the Neopets premium currency cards. And they would sell them to Americans, and you would get like 30% more for your money if you bought through a Brazilian. Chronometry, thank you. You sound a million times better. Welcome back, Pippi. Thank you, thank you. Neo Heart, thank you. Sell Akasupas to the rest of the world. Super genius, thank you. I can't believe Pippa literally took food out of a Venezuelan child's mouth. Nicholas, thank you. As a Colombian to hell with Venezuela. Jesus. So, what else do we got here? Oh yeah, I wanted to show you guys Rusty Hearts real quick. Rusty Hearts was sick. Chat, 12 years ago. 12 fucking years ago, chat. This game was so good. This game was so fucking good. Rusty Hearts, yeah. Therian, thank you. Hi, Yabbit. I heard you were a fan of TRPGs and found a nice niche weep TRPG you might find fun called Demon Gate High. Sort of a Persona-like game where you balance going to school with occult powers and fighting demons. I'll take a look. Lucas Daniel, thank you. Pippa, retelling a racial war fondly more likely than you think. Now! Hey, man, thank you. We're gonna escape Venezuelans. Get the hell out of the remnants already. I don't remember all the character names, but there was one girl I think I paid like $20 to unlock her. She was like the goth loli. She had like long black hair, and I remember I did costume stuff to like make her blonde. Music and fiction, thank you. Chinese gold farmers on WoW Vanilla. The old WoW when it was good. Gold farmers all over Azahara. Ashizara. Pain in the neck to do quests. The maid girl. She was like gothic Lolita. I don't remember her name. But it was cool. There was one girl who used like a box with a gun in it. She was really unique. Aram, thank you. Mexican here, we're typically pretty chill and don't ruin stuff except for Gears of War. Mexicans are try hard and ruin gears. Rakan, thank you. Pippa, I can't stay today. We get much better and much love. Thank you, thank you. I tried Perfect World International. Can we find Rusty Hearts? Is there more Rusty Hearts stuff? Just the gameplay trailers. Rusty Rabbit. Rusty Hearts. Characters. Leonardo, thank you. COVID could give hair loss as a late symptom. Well, hopefully that does not happen. Character creation. I think this...
Rusty Hearts was a free-to-play side-scrolling action game that came out on May 11th, 2011.
I don't know if this counts as side-scroller. I don't know about side-scroller. You could move in multiple directions. I wouldn't call this side-scrollers like Grand Chase and Elsword. I think it's a bit loose. Yeah, very generous use of the word. It's still a side-scroller, is it? Oh, here she is! Rusty Hearts in 2021.
Xavier's GH
What?
Here. Today we're going to play Rusty Hearts from the start to give you guys an idea of what it's like to play the game from the beginning.
This is
Rusty Hearts is an anime action MMORPG.
This has got to be a private server.
Let's do this. Because we can't move. Okay.
Yeah, this is the girl that I played.
Let's take the quest. Girl,
She's so fucking cute.
Quest. Enter.
She's so cute.
Ruins. Accept. Lizard's Cove. We're gonna need to go there. But
Well,
how can we get
yeah.
there? I think the tutorial is gonna show us how to go.
There
to
wasn't
the
really
Lizard's
player
Cove,
customization,
but
which was
there's a
disappointing.
bug.
But
I had to cancel it. So we're here. Dungeon entrance. Let's use the stinger skill. Chain kill.
so, like, does this count as side scroller? I really don't think so.
Okay, bronze
Replin and missionary, thank you. I'd still love you, Pippa, if you lose all your hair. What the fuck?
Look at this. We're grabbing the enemy. And
Like,
then
the
smash
camera's
it.
locked, I think. I don't
Yeah, that's
remember.
fun. It changes things
But-
up. How we can use
I don't like the
grab
aspect of
enemy
preset
to
characters in
smash
MMOs.
other
I don't
enemies. Okay,
either.
Let's try it out. Let's grab one. Then smash him.
I feel like,
Stinger skill. Dark
I
storm.
don't know. Preset characters in MMOs
Okay.
are
Having fun now.
great
Storm.
when
Oh,
it happens
that's a
that
combo.
the character appearance
Ah.
that you would like is
let's check
attached
out
to the combat that
combos.
you'd like.
I saw it a few moments
But
ago.
I was so
Skill list.
disappointed in BDO because I wanted to play. I wanted Berserker combat. I think it was Berserker. But it was tied to the giant, and the giant is like this fucking Neanderthal, ugly motherfucker. What's BDO? BDO is Black Desert Online, and there was this one class that you could like pick people up. It was the grab class. Yeah, it was like you could pick people up, and let me just show you. Mostly, you could grief people with it, which is why I wanted to play it.
My How to Choose Your Class Guide series for BDO. Today is Berserker. Berserker is the giant of Black Desert Online. The class is cleanly taller and larger than all the other classes in the game. However, this can serve to be
Also, they
one of
get
its
axes,
biggest
which is cool.
disadvantages, as the class is quite ugly to look at. Some people enjoy that, but if you're looking for a gorgeous character model, this is not your class. Move on.
Yeah.
Awakening and Succession Berserker vary greatly in their playstyle, but we will start with Succession.
It's very unfortunate. It's very, very unfortunate. Like, look at this! This is so cool! The combat for Berserker is so based. Pills up, thank you. Warframe was MMO I always played. But they're just so ugly. They're so fucking ugly, dude. And I'm like, I wanna like play dress up, alright? I want the fun combat and I wanna play dress up. So like the classes in BDO, right? You have like, they're all like beautiful supermodels and shit, right? Scholar? I don't think that, did they change the name? This is witch. This is the witch class, I think. Did they rename it? Or is witch? Yeah, no, this is why I don't know why witch is called scholar right now. Oh, that's a new class. Where is witch then? Where's witch and wizard? Scholar's new? Oh no, there's the Valkyrie. Valkyrie's pretty sick. They get like a giant lance. On the left. There's Sage, Wusa, Ranger, Guardian. Guardian is like hands down. Guardian is hands down like the sexiest. Like they are just like, they are peak design. In my opinion. I played Witch in BDO because it was broken, to be honest. Witch in BDO was so like, you literally just spammed the same few AoEs and you would clear the entire field, and I was like, perfect. Not only do I get to play as a beautiful woman, but I just absolutely destroy everything with minimal effort. This is the class for me. This is, wow. This is perfect. I was always welcomed in every grinding party. Like I would join Sazen's rotations and people would take me instantly as a witch. It was perfect. It was fucking perfect. Grinding party sounds weird. 6-shot hammer, Savior, thank you. Pippa not beating the gig allegations. Rico, thank you. Endless dress up with combat. Go for PSO. Oh, Phantasy Star Online 2. Phantasy Star Online 2 sucked in my opinion. I remember I tried playing on the Japanese server of Phantasy Star Online 2. And I couldn't get it to work. And then the game came out in the West, and I was like, woo! I've been waiting for this for so long! Yay! And then it just wasn't good. Like, it's not bad, I guess. It's just, it was extremely dated, to be honest. Like, it was like Black Desert was out at that point, right? And like, I don't know, man. It was like, it's not that like an old MMO like has to be like, it's not that like an old MMO is like bad by default, right? It's just that when Phantasy Star Online 2 came out in the West, it was so clunky, the systems were so dated, the main novelty aspects of it had already been done better by other games, you know? It's like, it wasn't like a bad game. It should have came out like 5 years earlier. If it had came out like 5 years earlier, it would have been fine. Like, it still would have been a bit older, but it would have been fine. Yeah, it had already missed the bus. I'm very surprised it's still around. PSO2 is not even an MMO in my opinion. Only part of it is when in the hub. The casino in PSO2 was great and that's all I like. Same. The casino was the only interesting part for Phantasy Star Online 2. And by that point, Final Fantasy 14 was out and had the Golden Saucer. So, thank you. Speaking of MMOs, I've gotten addicted to playing Final Fantasy 14 lately and even remade my character to look like you in the bunny race. With the bunny race. Hell yeah! Hell yeah. Casino was the best. Yeah, and I feel like I don't know. I feel like the casino could have carried the game a little bit, but it just wasn't enough. It just wasn't enough going on. As somebody who again spent every last bit of their allowance on MMOs, like Phantasy Star Online 2 was bad for that as well. Like when you're a kid and at the maximum you're getting like $30 a month to do everything with, right? Like at the most my parents would give me $30 a month on a good month. Usually I'd be like, "Can I get this?" And they'd be like, "What is it?" And I'd be like, "It's a horse in a video game." They'd be like, "No." So, yeah, no. Sometimes, like more on average, I'd get like $15, I feel like. But, and then like birthday stuff, I'd get, usually more generous. I remember my dream as a kid would be that my parents would be like, "Okay, you can spend $100 on an MMO." I would have lost my mind as a kid if my parents had ever let me do that. They did not ever let me do that. That never happened, but it was always my dream that I would get $100 from my parents to spend on an MMO in a month. So, sad. Now, as an adult, I look at those $100 packages and I smile because I can buy them if I want. And I still don't. Usually. I did with like Lost Ark and I did with I think there was another MMO. I didn't with BDO. BDO recently did like another sales pack thing and I was really tempted because I really wanted like the winter title you got from it, but I was like, it's just not worth dropping this much money. But now Genshin Impact's around and I spend too much on that. Anime document, thank you. 2.5 years, time sure flies. Yeah, here's $100, go wild kid. That was my dream. I would literally have dreams as a kid. I literally had dreams as a kid that my parents would give me $100 to spend. But no. On average, I got either the $15 Nexon Cash, or before it was called Karma Coin. On average, I'd get the $15 Karma Coin card, or I'd get a $30 one. It was one or the other. So, very unfortunate. Very unfortunate as a kid. So when Phantasy Star Online 2 came out, I still didn't really have money, right? It was Nexon Coin, then Karma, now it's back then. Oh, it was Nexon Cash. It was Nexon Cash back then, and then it became Karma Coin. And yeah, I think it's back to Nexon Cash now? Or I think it's just called NX now. At least you have an allowance. Yes, I was very lucky. I had an allowance. Uphill Brattle, thank you. More reasonable than my dreams as a kid. I wanted a pet T-Rex. But come on, thank you. I used to spend money on Roblox items and limited. So I did that for a little bit, but Yeah. So Phantasy Star Online 2, I didn't feel like I was getting enough for my money, right? Like I did the gacha for the Vocaloid stuff when that came out. When the Vocaloid stuff came out in Phantasy Star Online 2, I tried for it, and all I got was like a wig. All I got was like a fucking wig for my character. I was like, I don't want to. Creative, thank you. There was a Vocaloid for that? Yeah. I unironically spent over 1K on MMOs with a part-time job as a kid. Jesus Christ. Rico, thank you. I understand, but have you seen the DLC New Genesis? I have not. In total, after many, many, many years of playing Mabinogi, I think after like 8 years of playing Mabinogi, was it like 8 years? Maybe it wasn't that long. I don't know. But I like die-hearted Mabinogi as like my main game, and in total for that game, when I checked my spending amount, it was at like $2,000. And that was spending like all my birthday money, all my Christmas money, like literally everything I got on Mabinogi was like $2,000. And now, like when I was younger, I was like, whoa, this is insane. I spent, wow. I was like proud of it, right? I was like, holy shit. This is such an accomplishment. Alien Mixer, thank you so much for the raid. Thank you, Ali. Thank you. How much have we spent on Azure Lane in comparison? I guarantee I've spent way more on Azure Lane. Kenny Coda, thank you for 5 gift Thank you. I was so, man. You know how much dental care you could have bought? Dude, that'd be like 2 trips to the dentist. What do you mean? $2,000 is like 2 trips to the dentist as a kid. Like, I had so many cavities and stuff. Yeah, no. And that's over the course of like, at a minimum 5 years. I'm gonna say at a minimum that was $2,000 over the course of 5 years. I was so hopelessly in love with Mabinogi. It makes me a little sad, like genuinely sad as an adult, like seeing other streamers get sponsored to play Mabinogi, and they won't respond to me at all. It made me it kind of like I shouldn't have reached out, right? Because it kind of like polluted my memories of the game a little bit. But I do want to do another stream playing it anyways. I know it's like desperate for that validation, you know, but it's fine. Get the fish on it. If they don't want to sponsor me, they don't want to sponsor me. It's understandable. Avalanche Grim, thank you. Just had a root canal 4 days ago. Still hurting. Yeah. Gonna hurt for a while. But I'm glad you got it done. You really don't need the validation? Nah. I want it. I want the validation, but Ryan Higa responded to my comment once. Fuck yeah. It's better not to get involved with your favorite game companies. Okay, Nexon is not a favorite game company. Mabinogi was my favorite MMO. All right, let's not get these two things confused here. Midori Ringo, thank you. Did you ever EverQuest? I did not. But Pakistani National, thank you. Do you have any interest in the first Descendant? It comes out in 2 weeks and has characters you like. I haven't even heard of it. Jetson, thank you. Okay, I opened up so many tabs. I've been sitting here rambling for an hour and a half. I haven't even gotten to any of the stuff I wanted to like show off. I have a whole bunch of tabs. New Palworld update coming out in a couple of days. I just wanted to show you guys. they're coming out with a pink Chillet. And as an owner of the blue Chillet plushie, I have like this massive blue Chillet plushie. I am eagerly awaiting and hoping for pink Chillet plushies to come out because I will buy one. Also, green Quiverin is possibly my favorite thing ever. I love green and I love Quiverin. So green Quiverin is kind of perfect for me. I would love green Chillet. Maybe that'll be a thing eventually. I love color swaps. I know a lot of people with color swaps is like, oh, that's so lazy. It's literally just like a slight retexture. And it's like, yeah, that's base. Why, like, imagine you have Pokemon, but then you have Pokemon different color, and it's your favorite color, right? Like, that's sick. I love shinies. Shinies are sick. Woman moment. Don't act like you didn't lose your fucking mind as a kid when you found red Gyarados. Don't act like you didn't lose your fucking mind when you encountered red Gyarados as a child and you realized you can capture that shit. That is it. Listen. Thing different color is not a woman moment, alright? It's fucking cool. It is like... It's so easy for them to do, and it's so cool. As long as they don't, like, flood the entire game with palette swaps. You do need to, like, balance it a little bit, right? Because, like, never got any shinies as a kid? I didn't either. My first shiny encounter was Whimsir in... Is it pronounced Whismer or Whimsir? I don't remember. But it was Whimsir or Whismer, whatever the fuck, in Pokemon Ruby. And I didn't have enough Pokeballs. Whismer. Okay, it's Whismer. I didn't have enough Pokeballs to catch that shit. And that emotionally destroyed me. My second shiny that I didn't have to shiny farm for, right? Like, I've shiny hunted, like hatching eggs, right? And I got some shinies through that, but like random encounter shinies, I was hunting for Gumi in Pokemon Shield. And I found shiny Pelipper before I found Gooby. I was kind of annoyed. And then 2025 will bring many awesome games and game updates. I hope so, Lynn. And then my next one was Purloin on a ROM! My third ever shiny was a shiny Purloin on a fucking emulated version of Pokemon Black. Which is very, very frustrating, chat. It's very, 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 very frustrating. It almost made me want to, like, boot up a fucking action replay and cheat myself in, like, a legitimate one. But... in, like, a legitimate copy, but... I guess, like, I could, like, dump the ROM on the cartridge, but... Cardafel? Is that how you say your name? Eternal? Thank you for the $10. So true, I lost my mind when Face Connect dropped the black-haired Pipkin Pippa. Yeah, exactly. Oh, my toggles are disabled right now. But yeah. Thank you. My only shiny as a kid was a shiny Wobbuffet. I didn't know what a shiny was and was really confused. SW Mr. Plow, thank you. Hello, cutest rabbit. It sounds like you've recovered a little since the last Coop stream. Glad to see it. Get well soon, my favorite pink woman, Pippa Love. Thank you. Over time, I have it disabled, yeah. So I figured out how to enable searching before a specific day. Pokemon. So what comes up when you type in Pokemon before December 31st, 2021? Pokemon theme song from 2008. Pokemon Crystal Part 1 by 𝐏𝐚𝐭 𝐑𝐮𝐥𝐞𝐬. Holy shit.
Everybody, it's 𝐂𝐚𝐭 𝐑𝐮𝐿. Welcome to my new Let's Play of, you guessed it, Pokemon Crystal.
Wow!
Let's just go ahead and watch the intro here. Few things I want to lay down about this Let's Play. For whatever reason, everybody thought I was doing Heart Gold and Soul Silver.
14 years ago.
Because everything on my channel and everything was saying Crystal.
I don't think I watched 𝐂𝐚𝐭 𝐑𝐿, but I did watch a bunch of people playing through
Well, anyway,
Pokemon games on YouTube. These like fucking 40-part Let's Plays, and then sometimes you'd find like the Let's Plays used to be so fucking long, right? You'd have like the normal Pokemon Let's Play that's like 40 episodes, right? And every episode is like an hour, or this one's 10 minutes. Well, they felt like an hour, but I guess they would have had to have been like 10 minutes back in the day, because 10 minutes and 15 minutes used to be like the old caps. But I do remember watching like 1 hour long Let's Plays eventually. But yeah, there was like the 40-part series, and then there was like the 140-part series. I did not watch those. I watched a little bit of them. I would like click through to the episodes that had like high numbers, right? Like if one episode had like 400 views and another episode had like 800 views, I'd like click it because I was curious.
Sorry, I just get a little.
But there'd be like fucking 140 parts to playing Pokemon Crystal with only Meryl or whatever the fuck.
I'm sorry, but you do.
It was Meryl even out yet? Chat, was Meryl Gen 2 or Gen 3? I can't remember. I remember playing their Pokemon Ruby with Wingull. Gen 2, it was Gen 2. 𝐂𝐚𝐭 got cancelled. He's coming back after saying a shrink. Pokemon Black and White official English trailer! Holy shit, guys, a new Pokemon game's coming out. Pokemon Black and White coming March 6th! Yo! That's so cool! No fucking way, chat! I'm a little bit burnt out on Pokemon at this point. I mean, I've already played so many of the games. I honestly don't know how they're gonna top Heart Gold and Soul Silver. I really... Whoa! Was that Smugleaf? The leaks were real! Is this the one with Colress? No, that's the next one. Colress is in Black and White, too. I'm a little burned out on Pokemon, guys, but I don't know. I'll probably pick this up, I guess. But then I guess I'll have to pick up both versions, because one has a fucking forest where you can capture a bunch of Pokemon in it. And then the other version has the fucking battle area thing. So if you really want to complete all the content, you have to get both versions of the game. I don't know if it'll live up to Heart Gold and Soul Silver, but you know. Triple battles? No way! That's what siblings are for. I had no siblings that played Pokemon. Really. I mean, like, they did. I can't say that. My older sisters played Pokemon, but they didn't really like live with me, and then like they weren't like as into it as I was. So Big Bad Bear, thank you. Oh man, Black and White. I can't wait to see how they follow up on that banger on the 3DS. Whoa, 3DS. What are you talking about? 3DS? Most normies stopped after Gen 1. Pokemon TCG is so absurdly expensive. Oh my god, chat. When I was a kid, I remember before MMOs, my like hyperfixation was Pokemon TCG. And I didn't even really play the game. I would like play it a little bit, but I had to like group up at the fucking like cafeteria with the kids who were like die hard into the TCG, and it was like I wasn't good at it. I didn't really like know how to play very well. I knew like only the basics. So it was always like really intimidating, and it was like it's like being the only girl and you're playing with a bunch of boys who are a lot older and are like super diehard for the fucking TCG. And I don't know if this is like still a thing, but when I was younger, it was very much that you girls don't play video games meme. Like after a while that like dies out, right? After a while, guys don't care. But when you're still kids, right? When you're still kids, I remember one of them literally pulled me aside he took me to the library and he sat me down at a table and he gave me like a pop quiz on Pokemon to like prove that I really actually played Pokemon. And he was like, how long does it take you to complete the average Pokemon game? Our mainline Pokemon game. And I was like, I don't know. I just like, do you want to see like my playtime? I don't like rush through the game. I like, do you want to see the amount of playtime I have on my DS? And he was like, it takes me 4 hours from the moment I open up my Game Boy or my DS or whatever the fuck. It only takes me 4 hours to complete the entire game. And I'm like, I don't know, it takes me like 2 days, I think, to like beat the main story. And I don't know, dude. I don't know. I was so like annoyed and felt so self-conscious. And then he was like, okay, what's Pokemon number 36 from the original Pokedex? That's the international dex. And I'm like, what? I don't know. Number 36? Persian? I don't know. It was like, what Pokemon can you capture on Route 4 of Pokemon Ruby version? And I'm like, bro, what are you doing? I don't know. I'm a fake fan, I guess. I don't know. Number 36 is Agumon, you fool. It was, yeah. Yeah, so I was a little intimidated. Desu, thank you. Of course they would question you. Why would a cute girl play Pokemon with a bunch of nerdy boys? It was my first experience with gatekeeping. And I gotta say, I have never seen any gatekeeping as comically intense as that ever again. Never. Because I remember like the older I got, I would like keep trying to like join in on like the nerdier groups, right? The video game lovers. And a lot of the time they're pretty normie, right? It's like they're excited for X new big game that's coming out, right? But it's pretty easy to like curb stomp the average, like a generic video game fan in trivia and experience. So like that one kid, man, like that group in general was just like fucking turbo gatekeeping, like turbo fucking like holy shit. Actually, in Ruby, the route would be Route 104, not Route 4. Okay, my bad. Pizza Man, thank you. Quick, say what Watanabe's 54th stream was, or you're a fake fan. Welcome to Eltingville. Turbo Artist. They were on the grind set. I don't know, like, what was up with that group. I remember like, was it third? Yeah, third grade. In the third grade, I made a group of friends who were into Pokemon. We were split between like 3 different classes. We were all third graders. But there was like different third grader classrooms, and I don't know how, because it was only a group of like 150 students. So I don't know why we had that many different classrooms for just third graders. Maybe I'm misremembering and it's just 2 different classes, but I remember they were like super into Pokemon, and I wasn't the only girl in the group. It was me, another girl, and then 2 other boys. And we were just like losing our mind over like Pokemon Channel. Man, it was so chill. It was so fucking chill. It was like, so what was the news on Pokemon Channel today? And I was like, oh, Jigglypuff fell down the hill or some shit. I don't remember. There was like these little news segments and stuff. And we would like, we made like our own like Pokemon newspaper. And it was just like all pretend. Like we were in 3rd grade, right? So we were like playing pretend with it. We weren't keeping up on like actual Pokemon news, you know? We're like, oh, Jigglypuff fell down the hill. Sad. Friend A saw a new pack of Pokemon TCG cards at the fucking Walmart. Yeah. And she pulled a fucking Delta species Jolteon. Incredible. It was so it was so chill. It was so chill. It was a different time. That gatekeeper boy was either 6th or 7th grade. I don't remember. I don't remember if it was 6th or 7th grade, because I remember what school I was at. But I was at that school in 6th and 7th grade. So it could be one of the 2. But yeah, there was an 8th grader. There was an 8th grader, and he was like the grown-up of the group. And he was so chill. I say the grown-up of the group, he's a fucking 8th grader, but the rest of us are like 6th and 7th graders or whatever. So that guy was extremely chill. Didn't really say pretty much anything, and was very easy to like trade Pokemon cards with. I remember that. I remember that kid. I really regret I traded my Gyarados. I got my original series Gyarados. I don't remember. Is it Fossil? It's not Fossil. I don't remember what fucking card set it came out of, but it's like the original series Gyarados. It's the one with like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's a fucking Gyarados, and it's in water. It doesn't sum it up very well, but hold on. Base set Gyarados. It was this card. This one. Okay, it's a $3 card, so I could buy it back if I wanted to. But it was this card, and I traded it for a bunch of like newer set cards. A bunch of like newer set cards, and it was so like why did I do that? I don't know. I remember one of the cards he traded me was a Honchkrow. Honchkrow Pokemon card. I don't remember which of these it was. None of these look familiar. But he traded me a Honchkrow, and I thought it was the coolest card ever. I thought it was like a sick-ass Honchkrow. It might have been this one. Maybe. Nice, thank you. New thing good, old thing bad. Of course it's a bird. Yeah, I just fucking love birds. So, people got scammed. I got scammed. Maybe. I don't know how much this card is worth. Maybe this card is actually worth more by some twist of fate. Gabriel, thank you. I remember buying my main deck back when Heart Gold, Soul Silver were released. It was a Typhlosion deck, and I still have it to this day. Hell yeah. Isn't Gyarados a better card? I don't know. Again, I barely played the TCG. But anyways, I remember with the Pokemon TCG, right? I had a stack of cards that was like half as tall as a can of Coke. Like I'm holding like a can of Coke right now, and I'm looking at it, and it was like half as tall as a can of Coke. And that was after like years of collecting. And I was always so proud and so happy about my deck. It wasn't like a real deck. It was just my collection. It was my collection of cards. But I remember I used to beg every time we went to Walmart for a card pack. I was so enamored with Pokemon cards. And then the magic got a little bit killed when I did encounter like those other kids with their Pokemon collections, and they have like binders full, and I'm sitting here like, my deck is like, my collection of cards is like half as tall as a can of Coke, and their cards, when they pull them all out, is like, it's like as tall as their binder standing vertically. I felt so like sad and embarrassed. Yeah, when you realize you ain't shit, Lamau, yeah. I had the same exact thing happen to me. It's so humbling. It's so fucking humbling when you're like, this is my years of collection. I have cards from multiple different decks. This is my base set Gyarados. Here's my Kabutops from the Fossil series. This is my Delta species Nidoking. Here's fucking Crystal Guardians Jolteon, whatever. Oh, wait, my pride and joy. Wait, the moment that hit me the worst. The moment that hit me the fucking worst. So, there were these cards that were like Blaine's Charizard, and there's like Blaine's Ninetales and shit. Like, here it is. And I wanted to collect the whole set. I thought Blaine was really cool, and fire type was my favorite. So I wanted to collect all of the Blaine's cards. And I had a few. I think I had Charmeleon. I think I had a Moltres. I think I had the Charmander. I had a few of them. I don't remember all of which. I think I definitely had this Vulpix, I think. I say definitely, I think. But I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure I had this one. And there was another Vulpix card that was my like ultimate favorite, but it wasn't Blaine's. This one. This was my favorite Vulpix card. This was my pride and joy. I would pull this card out of my collection, and I'd like fall asleep looking at it. I thought it was like just the best thing in the world. I thought it was the most beautiful piece of art I had ever seen. It's crap though. Well, for me as a kid, I thought it was just, she was so cute. I had her episode on VHS. I don't remember the name of it. But it's the episode with Erica, because it was Erica's Vulpix, and then Brock gets it from her, and I would just watch that episode over and over. But yeah, so the Blaine cards, I was so obsessed with the Blaine cards, and that one kid that gatekept me, right? That one kid that gatekept me, that's from XY Evolutions in like 2011, Pippa? No way. Literally impossible, because I had this card way before then. That Vulpix is way older than 2011. Maybe there's a reprint that's newer. Yeah, this has got to be a reprint, because like the original card was in the base set. Yeah, base set. But it's the same card, it's just a reprint. So that kid that gatekept me, that kid that fucking gatekept me, he showed me his binder of Pokemon cards. And he had like a full page of Blaine cards. I don't know if he had all of them, but he had like a full page of them, right? right? So that's 9 cards. That's at least like 9 Blaine cards. So did you steal the binder? So he was a piece of shit. Like, we got into fist fights on the bus and stuff. He pissed me off so bad. Right? This is after he gatekept me. Him gatekeeping me was like our first interaction. Okay? This was like beginning of the school year. So it had to have been like 6th grade. It had to have been 6th grade because that was the first year I was at that school. Eventually, like, we were on the same bus route. And we both always wanted to sit, like, towards the front of the bus. Right? I liked the front of the bus because it was less loud. I don't know why he always wanted to sit at the front of the fucking bus, but I never wanted to share a seat. So I would pick, like, one of the first 2 seats, if I could. And it was always a competition. It was always a fucking competition to try and get one of the first 2 seats. I'd sit right behind the driver. I liked the seat that was right in front of the door. But the seat right in front of the driver, or right behind the driver, was nice if you wanted to sneak snacks. Because the bus driver could not see you if you were seated directly behind her. So I would sit there when I wanted to eat. Because we were not allowed to eat on the bus. But it was always such a competition. Like, I would, like, run. I would fucking run to my locker, then to the bus to try and get there as fast as fucking possible. And he pretty much always got there before me. I don't know how he did it. I literally have no idea how he got to the bus before me. Because I would literally run. I was debuffed. I had a fucked up schedule. I'm like getting competitive about this, but I was like debuffed, chat. Cause like my class schedule was fucked up because I was in the advanced band classes. God, that sounds so fucking geeky. But I was in higher level band classes for my grade. So my class schedule was fucked around with, okay? Because, like, I had to be, like, the way my schedule was I had to get shoved into, like, some of the higher, like, grade classes, but for, like, the higher grade classes that the dumb kids were in. Does that make sense? Like, I was in, like, my grade level math, but I'd be in, like, the home economics class for the dumbass 7th graders, you know, like the ones that like needed like the extra help and shit because they weren't special ed, they were just like the failure kids, you know what I mean? Because my schedule could like it wasn't meant to accommodate 6th graders being in higher level band classes, right? It was for like the 7th and 8th graders. So they had to like really tweak my schedule. So my classes would be at like the fucking complete other end of the building, far from like the younger kids, and it was such bullshit because I get debuffed because I couldn't get to the buses. And then like sometimes I would just forget which bus was mine, right? Or like there'd be like a new bus driver, or there'd be a substitute bus driver or a substitute bus, and I'd be looking around like, which one of these takes me to this area? And they'd be like, I don't know. And I'd be like, okay, which, are you substituting for the really fat lady? Like, I had no social tact. But, so anyways, I would go to my bus, right? And he would always fucking be there. It was so annoying. It was literally so fucking annoying. And I remember one time, I got so mad. I was so aggressive as a kid, chat. I was so fucking aggressive. One time he got up to go do something. He went to go, like, talk to some other kid, like, towards the back of the bus or whatever. And I picked up his backpack and I just, like, threw it a couple seats away, right? So I could take the front seat in front of the door. And he came back seething. He came back so mad, and he like slams his backpack down, and I'm like pushing on his backpack to get him like away, and he's like, "This is my seat, I sat here first." And I was like, well, nobody was sitting in it. And he's getting so mad, and I don't remember who throws the first punch, but I started wailing on him. And I took my backpack and I fucking like slammed it into his head multiple times. And I was like the book kid, right? I always carried like 6 books in my backpack because I always had to be prepared. I was always renting out the maximum amount of books from the library because at this point we lived out in the fucking boonies and we didn't have television, and all I had were my books and my video games. And I did not often get new video games. So books were like my go-to pastime. I've told this story? Okay, I'm sure I have. So like I'm fighting this kid, man. I'm fighting this kid. And he starts crying. And eventually I get kicked out of the front seat. The driver's like, you gotta sit, you gotta move. We can't be doing this or whatever. And he's like crying. It was so fucking funny. I know that's terrible, but we were kids. So I remember I like sat behind him, and I remember like sitting up. I stood up and I like leaned over the front of the seat, and I'm like looking down at him, and he's like burying his face in his arms. And I'm just like, oh, are you crying? Did you get suspended? No, the bus is like fucking neutral territory. You can't get suspended for things you do on the school bus. Not at my school anyways. There's like no... The only way to get in trouble for what you did on the bus was to piss off the bus driver, and the bus driver literally did not care about anything. The only way you could get in trouble for things you did on the bus, I remember very rarely, right? Like once every few months at the most, right? One of the staff from the front desk would come up and they'd like walk onto the bus and they'd be standing not entirely in the bus. It was always the funniest shit. I don't know what was with like the staff members being allergic to coming all the way into the bus, but they'd stand on the step just before the top of the bus, so they'd be like craning their neck over the side, and they'd always be like they'd be holding up like this piece of paper to like accentuate everything that they're saying. I don't want to see any more problems from you, Jimothy. We've had a lot of problems. I've talked to fucking Joanne 15 times, no less than, about your behavior. And if you act up any more times, I'm going to call your dad and bring him out here again. And then Jimothy at the back of the bus would be like, you can't bring my dad out here. He doesn't care. And the fucking staff lady would be like, I brought him out here once and I'll bring him out here again. You better not act up anymore. You won't be allowed to ride the bus anymore. And then how are you going to get home? And the fucking bus would just be quiet watching this interaction. Real? Especially when they're holding the keys. Yeah. And the radio, fuck, man, when they're on the radio, when they bring the radio up and they're like this, chat, they're like this.
Rebecca, Jimothy is saying that his dad is not gonna care. I think we're gonna need you to call his dad. You know what? I think we're gonna need to call Mr. Jimothy's father.
And then Jimothy in the back of the bus is like, do whatever you want. I don't care. And then the one lady is like, you know what? This is the problem with you. This is the problem with your attitude. You're not going to make it anywhere in life. Do you want to walk home? Do you want to have to walk home, Jimothy?
You know what, Rebecca? You know what? Yeah, call his dad. You know what? And call his uncle. Call his uncle.
I kind of miss school sometimes. Oh, the dark, thank you. I summon Exodia. Obliterate, I win. It's always the funniest shit, man. It's always the funniest shit. It's so melodramatic. It had its funny moments. Yeah, I would not go back. I would never actually go back to school because 95% of the time was suffering, right? 95% of the time at school was you were the one getting your ass beat, or the teacher had a really shitty day and she decided she was going to take it out on you, or fucking, what were some of the other nightmare scenarios? I feel like the biggest stressors for me at school were like the group projects and stuff. Because I always knew I was going to get bullied. Every time there was a group project, it was like, oh, fuck, I'm going to have to deal with some sort of fucking abuse today. And it's going to be a nightmare. And it's always either there's the one kid that takes over the group project because they're so controlling and they won't let you do literally anything. Or you have to do the entire group project because your fucking group project members do not care and will not put in the effort. Dodgeball was cool. Dodgeball was actual suffering. I remember watching movies that had dodgeball scenes in them, like high school movies and shit that had like dodgeball scenes, and all the jocks would gang up on the nerds, and I was like, this is so unrealistic. The jocks are always so nice. What do you mean? This is so unrealistic. And then I remember I got older and I was right. It wasn't the jocks that would do it. It was just like the fucking shitty abused at home kids that would gang up on, again, like on the nerds because they were weaker. The jocks were fine. The jocks had to be nice. Otherwise they would get grounded from football. It was always like Jimothy, whose dad has been to jail 10 times in the past month for DUIs. And he's taking out his frustrations at home on you. Jimothy's a menace. Jimothy's were always the worst. Jimothy's such a troublemaker. Most jocks I knew were really nice and chill. Yeah. The mean girls in school were also not as much like the prettier girl, like the pretty popular girls, right? The pretty popular girls, they were usually popular because they were nice to everybody. The mean girls were like the fucking emo wannabe, the like, I don't know how to like describe. It was like the girls who were like super obsessed with pop culture. It wasn't the popular girls. It was the girls obsessed with pop culture. 𝐿𝐴𝐚, thank you. Flying to South America. Unfortunately, I will be on a Boeing plane, which we know is 100% safe. Also, yes, I think the movies are doing jocks injustice. One of them teaches me to play chess in high school. Hell yeah. CPPC Tech, thank you. I'd always tell them my mom hits me harder than you. What the fuck? Glow in the Dark, thank you. Suffering builds character. They say, I'm sorry, it built you wrongly. You need a refund. Jocks are doing their own thing. Needs not worth bullying. Jocks were chill. Popular girls were nice to the rest of us, but absolutely hated the other popular girls. See, I wasn't in that clique, so I wouldn't know. I was I'm sitting alone trying to read my book, and the girl beside me is quizzing me on who my favorite character is in whatever the current fucking popular TV show is, and I'm like, I don't know, and she's calling me a retard. Makasu, thank you. Emo and goth wannabes, I wonder where they are now. I don't know. Yeah, Degrassi. Who's your favorite character from Degrassi? I don't know, I don't watch Degrassi. Oh, yeah, you wouldn't, would you? I cut myself. And you're just sitting there like, okay. Okay. You do that. Go for it. Alright. all VTubers now. Oh god. I wonder. Jesus Christ. You guys remember? You should have cut harder. You guys remember that? Do you guys remember girls sitting there with bobby pins and shit, cutting into their wrists in class? So cringe. Okay, let's get away from the school topic. You cut yourself, I guess you suck at that too. Listen, it's wild that the chicks that used to make fun of video games became ethos pretending to be into games on Twitch. I do remember that. That actually made me mad. Oh, that shit actually pissed me off, man. Holy shit. I remember when Pokemon hit like mainstream. And all these girls, like family members and shit, who previously had said Pokemon is stupid and Pokemon is for babies. Now they're wearing Pikachu hoodies. Always with the fucking Pikachu hoodie. Pikachu hoodies trigger me so much, chat. These like... Let me... It was always the girls in these Pikachu hoodies. These ones. They're like this. So like for adults. I don't know. Maybe they sold them at like Hot Topic or something. But I just remember anytime I saw a girl wearing shit like this, I was like, oh yeah, I know you're gonna be a fucking insufferable bitch. I know you're not gonna know jack shit about Pokemon and you're gonna tell me all about how you fucking love Eevee because you don't know any other Pokemon. Go in the dark, thank you. I remember girls joining cliques and then complaining about other cliques. They're such sleuths. I bet they're just acting nice. Yeah, that was very common. The ones in the Zelda hoodies. I never encountered a girl in a Zelda hoodie. I remember the girls in the Gur hoodies. They were always very... It's a nice way of saying insane. It's like... It's a 50-50 shot if you talk to a girl in a Gur hoodie. Either they're going to be like super bubbly and they're going to have like rainbow checker wristbands. And they're going to like just be like obnoxiously passionate about whatever the fuck they're interested in. And usually I wasn't interested in it. Like Homestuck, The Vampire Diaries, Twilight, Invader Zim. Did Leah own a Gur hoodie? I don't know. I didn't enjoy interacting with the people in the Gur hoodies. Cause like it was a 50-50 shot. Either they would be like how I just described, or they would be like who's your favorite character in Degrassi? I cut myself. Like that. And you'd be like, okay. Okay. Good talk. Yep. Glad we can share a desk space. Dad, do you guys remember this, Kim? Glow in the dark, thank you. 50-50 shot. Girls complain about girls. Pippa. Omar Simpson, thank you. Emily Yokis, we have at home. Literally, specifically my type. You think Leah was a mean girl too? I have no idea. I know I was mean. I know I had such a chip on my shoulder when I was younger about being like a gamer. I was an angry kid. I was such an angry kid. Submod Supremacy, thank you. That was the most of my wardrobe in high school. When I was younger, man, it was like this cycle, right? Of like, I would go into school and I'd be really excited to make friends. And I moved schools quite a bit. So I had a lot of opportunities to try over and over. I would be so excited to make friends. And like establish a new me, you know, new year, new me, new school, new me. and you don't know what you're getting into. I don't know. It would be like I'd do fine for like a week. Oh fuck. I do fine for like a week. My optimism would remain intact for like a week. Ah! There was like a method to this. I don't remember. I think it was literally you just follow the blue dots. Okay. And then like whatever group of kids I was managing to hang around with for the first week, I would discover they were like insufferable assholes in reality. Because I didn't have like the patience. I didn't have the patience to like put up with other people being annoying even though I was annoying. Oh fuck. So I'd get along with people for like a week, man. For like a week. And then I'd start to like self-isolate a bit. And then somebody would say something really stupid and I'd call them out on being stupid. And it would like destroy my ability to like remain with the group. You know what I mean? Usually like... God damn it. God damn it. I hate this shit. Challenge the group dynamics. Yeah, I always had to challenge the group dynamics. I always had to like... God damn it. I had to like... I don't know. I don't know like the psychology behind why like I did what I did, but it'd be like, this person is the leader. Well, I need to understand why they're the leader of the group, right? Like I need to see, like, you've always been a contrarian. Yeah, I was a contrarian. A vibe assassin. You didn't understand dynamics. I didn't understand group dynamics. Like, one kid would like shit talk another kid in the group, right? And I didn't understand that that's just like what people will do. And I'd be like, why are you shit talking our friend? And then I would tell the friend, I'd be like, they shit talked you. And then it would like destroy the group. Kind of, but like it would just be me getting like the group would dissolve. And then I would be the only one on the outside when it like fixed back up. Snitch? I was a snitch. I was a snitch. I didn't get it. I didn't understand why like we were this happy group except for when somebody wasn't around. It was then like we hated that person. Like how does that... I didn't get it. Negative social cues. I could not pick up on social cues at all. Lucky Metal, thank you. 2 real people are rough. Anyway, great. Being here for 15 months or about 5 school semesters. It's like... Ah, fuck. Was there a safe square on this? I don't remember. That's not normal. You're right to call it out. That's not a good thing, to be honest. It means you're honest. Eventually you have to like learn to just shut up, you know? Not get involved with everything. Eventually, if there's anything I've learned, especially as a VTuber, it's like people will have issues with other people and whatever, and it's like none of my business, you know? It's just none of my fucking business. Best not to get involved. Ah! Not worth getting involved in that, yeah. I have to learn tact. I was a disruptive asshole too. Oh man, I remember like... I always had to fucking challenge authority, man. I didn't understand back then that teachers did not care about their job. I thought teachers were like super passionate about their job, right? I thought teachers wanted to be teachers. So every time I met a new teacher, I was like desperate to like find something they were wrong about. I was an asshole, you know? I was like I wanted to like I would say all the time, because there were like plenty of teachers where like I felt like they knew a lot, so I just respected them, right? But there were teachers, like I remember the band teacher. Funny enough, in that one school that the Pokemon kid was in, it was 6th and 7th grade. I remember it was his first year teaching, and I felt like he didn't. At first, I thought he was competent and he knew a lot, and then I realized that he was not infallible. I realized he did not know like how to deal with students, and didn't know like what is the timing on this. There's like a way to fly through this. He was human? Gross. Yeah, I did not understand the concept of like adults being human. Fuck up, thank you. She smelled the weakness, yeah. It was like the second that I realized that he had like a short temper. Idolatry, thank you. Hope you're feeling better, Pippa, thank you. The moment that I realized that he had like a short temper, I was like, I am going to destroy this man. I am going to challenge him at every... And it wasn't a conscious thing. It wasn't a conscious thing. It was just... You are weak. I must... I don't know. Be an asshole. Blood in the water. I smelled blood in the water. Was that the one who broke his stick? Yeah, it was. He's the one who got so mad he'd break his fucking conductor stick. And in hindsight, he was a dog shit teacher. He was a literal dog shit fucking teacher. But I just remember... I don't remember what about, but I remember like heckling him about literally everything. Yo, Herkin, thank you. It's normal gossip meant to self-regulate the group and let everyone know where they stand on the social hierarchy. If you ever heard gossip, you were likely... Oh, if you never heard gossip, you were likely at the bottom. Well... Nowadays I hear some gossip, but... Abyss Attack, thank you. And I have some people that I snitch to with everything, right? Where it's like, oh, I heard about like this new thing that's coming out. I heard these leaks, I'm gonna pass it on to this person because they are like the designated leaks person. But if it's stuff like, oh my god, did you hear about what Rebecca did? It's like, eh. Heard gossip then, heard gossip now. Was a quiet kid. When you're quiet, people get comfortable around you. Is that Sakura? Yes. Yes, it's Sakura. I don't know if I really need to keep that saying. I remember... Okay. I was talking to someone. And she was like... I can't tell you because you'll tell Sakura immediately. And I was like, what? She was like, I have info about a thing, but I can't tell you because you're Sakura's lapdog and you'll tell him immediately. And I was like, what do you mean? And she was like, if I tell you anything, you have to like swear on your life. And I'm like, what? What the fuck? I didn't realize it was that obvious, but yeah, anytime I find anything out, I tell my boss. Cause like that's what like you should do, right? not like people's personal problems or whatever, right? But like, if another VTuber company is coming out with a new gen or whatever, and I hear about it, like of course I'm gonna tell my boss. That's valuable information. That's valuable information. She's a snitch. It's valuable information. Insider trading, industrial espionage. It's not quite that deep. Stuff like, or stuff like, I saw this on a website about this. It might be true, it might not be. Here you go. No. It's just good to keep people in the know that need to be in the know. I'm a rat. I'm a fucking rat. I'm a Chloe. Smoothly poof, thank you. Pippa love. God. I remember, okay, I probably shouldn't say this. But I'm gonna be a leaky faucet, chat. Okay, another company, I will not ever say which company, but another company reached out to me. Let's say they found my personal contact somehow, and they reached out to me, this other company. And they were like messaging me, asking to hire me, right? And I was like, I immediately went to Sakura. And I was like, hey, these people reached out to me. And he was like, okay, just ignore them, I guess. And I was like, no, actually. And I went through the interview process with this company. And I wrote down everything they said. I wrote down everything that they said. I asked them so many questions and I wrote down everything. And then I gave it to Sakura. Industrial spy. He's like, I'm not gonna fucking leave my company. Like, what the fuck do you want? What the fuck do you mean? What did you think that was? What did you think that was gonna happen, man? What did you think was gonna happen? Corporate espionage bunch. They reached out to me. They reached out to me, okay? This wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna reach out to other companies and try and find out more about them. These people reached out to me, alright? And listen, it would take a lot for me to leave Face Connect. It would take a lot. If you're not gonna offer me the fucking world, basically, why would I leave? I have things like perfect here. I can live comfortably. I'm surrounded by wonderful coworkers. I have a community that I love. I like contracts great. Everything's great. Why would I leave? Oh. Like, of course I'm gonna fucking narc on you if you try and fucking reach out to me, fucking idiot. At least make me sign an NDA first, dumbass. Damn, thank you. Actual rodentine behavior, rabbit for real. They should have made me sign the fucking NDA, but they didn't. FC Players, thank you. Is the company dead now? I won't give any details. If so, can you confirm without narrowing it down? I'm not narrowing it down. I'm not giving any details. Can't call it that. Oh boy, great news. It's just been revealed. Big news. Max Euphemism, thank you. I got an offer from another company. Can I get a raised version versus the... I wasted their time and got some info on them, Chad. I did waste their fucking time. I talked to them for like a fucking hour. Lord Commissar Smart, thank you. I'm not saying what company it was. I'm not saying what company it was. But it was so... It was just so fucking memorable. It was such a great moment, chat. The Chosen Moon, thank you. Hope you've slayed COVID, Mega Idol 𝐿𝐴𝐿. It was a loyalty test from Sagada. Yeah. God. This game is fucking hard. I get that it's called the impossible game, but Jesus Christ. Ah! Okay, I'm done with this. You guys remember Congregate? Do you guys remember Congregate? I spent so many hours on here. I remember I found Congregate and I never touched Newgrounds ever again. I enjoyed Newgrounds, but what I enjoyed on Newgrounds was the video games. So when I found out that Congregate is just Newgrounds, but without the porn and without the spam, I was like, oh, fuck yeah. And to my surprise, it's still around. Congregate is still around. I remember I would go on here and I would play Transform Ice for hours. I would play... There was this one idol clicker game. Maybe somebody remembers the name of it. But there was an idol clicker, and it was based on Mabinogi. Like, the monster names and stuff were based on... It was based on Mabinogi. And it was like perfectly... It was like a perfectly white box, and everything else was just like gray. It was like gray text and like some gray lines. There was like no graphics, but I spent so much time on it. I don't know if it would still be around. Because I don't know if all these games, all the games got like ported over. But Moby Clicker? I don't know. It was a white box. And so it was a white... I played a fuck ton of Cookie Clicker, but I played this on the Cookie Clicker website. Mabinogi is Welsh myth? I have no idea. I think it's... I thought it was Irish. But it was like... The monsters were like brown fox, white spider, and they were like the same levels as they are in Mabinogi. I don't know if I'd ever be able to find it, but Celtic? I have no idea. Congregate is kind of dead now because of Flash death. Kitty Cannon? Never played Kitty Cannon. One of my other favorites was fuck. It was some like dragon raising game. I don't know if it'll still be on here, but it was like this little pixel art. It might have been this. I don't remember my old password and shit. It was like you would raise a dragon in a castle and there was like different dragons that you could get. I don't remember if this is it. This is it. Yep, this is it. And you like go to a castle. You go to a castle. Oh, it's a little bit broken. It's just playing. It's playing the Congregate intro or the Armor Games intro over and over. Yeah, and you eat these to like become different colored dragons and stuff. Can it please stop playing the intro? Can it stop playing the Armor Games intro over and over? I think I always did the red dragon. Because red dragon is coolest. Why is it playing it still? Oh, now I'm yellow. Bro. I think this was it, right? Eventually you like go to a castle and you can like evolve your dragon more, I think. Oh my fucking god. Is it gonna stop? Is it gonna just keep doing this? Okay, now we're stuck. Now we're stuck. Fuck. Bro! Bro, let me out! Let me out! Okay, well. You would like go to a castle and stuff. He cast the spell soft lock. There were some other games. There was like one called I Am Alone or something, and then there was like a sequel called I Am Not Alone, or We Are Not Alone, some shit like that. And it was like this, it was this really cute side scroller puzzle game, and I think it like took place in like an apocalypse or something. I don't know. There was so many of these. I remember on Newgrounds. Newgrounds is where like the really like breakout games were. Where it didn't have, yeah, it had a zombie girlfriend. Yeah, what was the name of it? You had a zombie girlfriend. Company of Myself? Is that what it's called? Let's see. Newgrounds had like there was like an MMO. There was a fucking MMO on Newgrounds. Made in Flash, which I thought was just the most mind-blowing thing. Uncle Hall, thank you. Glad to see you're better, Pippa. Any plans ever to play Quasimorph? Not particularly. I love Congregate, it had really good games, and the chat plus achievement stuff were cool. I never interacted with the chat stuff. If you have a moment, I'd like to tell you a bit about myself. The first thing you need to understand is that I am alone. I've been alone for a pretty long time now. I'm used to it. I'm content. Before I became more or less a hermit, I found that I had two passions in life. One was performing, even today. Ah! Oh god, mucho texto. But I thought this was like super deep. When I was a kid, when I first played this, I thought, I was like, wow. This is so touching. This is published 2017, but the game is definitely older. The game is definitely older than 2017. Yeah, my attention is stolen by a green square on the other end of the room. Ah! Up close, I can see that the green square is actually a door. I think we can be friends anyways. I decided to push the spacebar to move to the next room. Okay, I think this one's broken too. Maybe. The square does not react to my approach. Does it not notice me, or is it only pretending not to notice me? Which would be worse? I think it's broken. It's so deep, dude. You gotta play it. It's literally broken. Oh man. That's sad. That's sad. Read the text. Maybe it's not broken? Brokenness is a metaphor. I decided to push the space bar to move to the next room. There's like text that says help me, but clicking doesn't do anything. No space or up. When I click space, when I press the space bar, it just resets. Maybe this was a puzzle. I don't remember. I don't remember if it was. A lot are broken nowadays. There are fixes, but I don't know how. Yeah. Can you move the flower? No. I don't remember the game being too cryptic. It was pretty soft puzzles, if I remember correctly, but... Yep. I remember it was really exciting finding like the 3D games. I remember there was a website you could play Doom on. Just in your browser, and I thought that was like the most amazing thing in the world. Being able to play Doom on your browser was like, holy shit. And then there was another website where you could play Minecraft in your browser, which I think was pretty short-lived. This is a Neopets Classic recreation. It's just called Neopets Classic. I don't think we can actually play on it because when I went to the like sign-in thing, it says you have to like apply. So I don't think this is an option for us, sadly. But it does look cool. I know there's another site called Grundo's Cafe. But see, this is cool. They have like made up paintbrushes and stuff. A mini pal available in 15 fabulous colors. The Pet Protection League stuff. I applied and they never sent anything back. Wasn't that website that got taken down after Notch beat the devs in Quake match? Yes! Yeah, Notch fought with the people who made the Minecraft browser thing in Quake, and I think there was like a dispute over FOV or some shit. I don't remember. On the topic of Neopets, there were Neopets fan sites. One of my favorites was a site called 𝐒𝐡𝐚𝐭. I to this day have no idea what 𝐒𝐡𝐚𝐬 means, but I thought this was a very cool website. You would like click on the stuff here and there was like art that you could put on the pages of your Neopets. And this art was like everywhere on Neopets. This is all like fan art, but you would go to like somebody's pet page that had like a fairy Furry, which is what this is, and they would have the fairy Furry on their fucking page. And I used to love the Wall of Shame because what this is the artist of the website. Oh, Suta is star and Raito is light. Starlight. Oh! Okay then. Zara, thank you. The one time in the last 3 months I was awake for my favorite VTuber streams and I missed the first 2.5 hours of it. I'm sorry. I've just been rambling. This loop art and this cougar art always got stolen, dude. It always got stolen. I remember I used this for my MySpace profile picture at one point. I thought this was like the coolest art in the world, man. I was like, wow, a white loop and an anime art style. Holy shit. But I pronounced it loopy back then, and I didn't say shit because I wasn't allowed to say swear words. So I said, like, holy pineapple and stuff like that. But anyways, the Wall of Shame. This was on the anime part of their website, which they had, like, Pokemon art and stuff on here. Here we go. I don't think this website is still up. I had to go on the Wayback Machine. In order to access it. But yeah, I used to like love this piece of Charmander art. It's just this fucking art of a Charmander, and I thought it was like God's gift to man. I was like, wow, he has like a little hair tuft. And then the Growlithe art. It was just, I don't know, it was just like the coolest thing when I was younger to just like come on here and look at people's fan art. I don't know. But the Wall of Shame, these are like a spin-off of, there's like this culture that doesn't exist anymore, sadly. And I don't know if it was just a Neopets thing, but there was this stuff called screenies. And what screenies were people would screenshot a page and then they would like draw comics on top of it. And you would get shit like this, which is beauty contest. So this is like an art contest on Neopets. And so this is the site owner's art that somebody stole and uploaded onto the art contest. And then the site owner screenshotted it and then drew a little comic on top. I already won the contest with that picture. Don't mess with a ninja. Oh, and then there's little captions. What's the point in selling a picture that I already won before? People are going to recognize it. And my icon @3 stole my baby cougar icon from Thorax pet page. I can recognize my art. My icon, not yours. I don't know. I thought this was like unironically funny. I thought this shit was like unironically funny when I was younger. A green rookie wearing blue. Actually, it looks like purple to me, but and they have their little doodles. I don't know, it was cute. My favorite. I got jump scared by something recently, chat. My favorite screenies page was this web the artist name was 𝐂𝐚𝐭 and I found out recently 𝐂𝐚𝐭, you know that guy that does the I Love Girls song or whatever? Joe Cat. I like girls. You know this guy?
Sad that there's no muscly girls in here. Well, I mean, yeah, but, you know, sure, I like to joke around and talk about how, oh, I'm strong women all the time, but that's not the only girls I like. I like big girls, pretty kitty girls, really.
You know this guy?
Singing ditty girls. I like the licky girls with the nice thighs. I like a good chest, no matter what size. I like the belly folds. I like the six packs. Really
the guy who gets bullied periodically, like once a year. Once a year, it's like time for Joe Cat's fucking bullying session. I stand by it. I don't think he's doing anything wrong. He's like cringe, right? But who cares? I'm cringe. We're both different flavors of cringe. I can't go at Joe Cat for being a weeb who likes girls, because that's not very far off of my brand. But his girlfriend, her name is Echo. I don't remember the name of her YouTube channel. But his girlfriend is the person who made the screenies page that I was so obsessed with as a kid. I lost my fucking mind. I was like, how the fuck is the internet this small? Why is the internet so fucking small? I don't know if I can find like her screenies, but this is her page. So you would go to her screenies page and it was this art at the top. And I guess she did other stuff as well. I don't know, but I know her from her screenies page on Neopets. That's also how I learned how to say red and kitten in Japanese, because her name is just Red Kitten. Blaze Foster, thank you. Hiya, Pippa. Glad to see you again. Hope you kicked the last of the coup. Thank you. Idiot Carrot, thank you. Hey, Pippa, did you see they arrested Jimber Timberlake? Did you see they arrested Jimber Timberlake? Justin Timberlake. No, I did not. Well, yeah, I saw his mugshot. I didn't know like he got arrested, but I guess that would make sense. Jeremy Christopher, thank you. Off topic, Pips, but do you still love the Eva loving motherfucking South, and will you ever be coming back? Inquiring Southerners want to know. I would like to, yes, I would like to move back to the South. I still love it. Here's her, like, Neopian Times. This was the Neopets newspaper. This was the Neopian Times, for those of you who don't know. This is like, it was a weekly newspaper, and they didn't post any actual news on it. It's just like a collection of poems and short stories and comics. And it's really funny because if you go to the Neopian Times part of the Neopets message board, you have a fuck ton of artists who want to draw comics for the Neopian Times, but are out of ideas. So everybody is like looking for ideas to draw, but there's been so many issues of the Neopian Times. Like, this is a number 265. There's been at least like 1,000. God damn it. Let me look at the end times. Hold on. Yeah, issue 1010. We're on issue 1010. So needless to say, people are out of ideas. So you go to the Neopian Times board of the fucking Neopets message board, and people are like, I'll draw your comic idea. Does anyone have any ideas? It's kind of sad. But 𝐒𝐡𝐚𝐭 𝐑𝐿, I think this is how I found her, actually. Is I used to be an avid reader. I was an avid reader of the Neopian Times. Here, thank you. 1,000,000,000 blessings for your cough. Glad to see you haven't lost your voice. Thank you, thank you. I was an avid reader. I remember my favorite series was called, like, 𝐿 or something like that. Haunt of 𝐿, something like that. I don't... Haunt of the 𝐿, something. I don't remember the name. But it was like this ongoing series that had like better than average art. And God, does anybody reckon? Are there any like brain damaged Neopets mega fans who actively kept up with the Neopian Times back a long time ago? Haunt of the 𝐿? I don't fucking know, man. But it was Neopets Haunt of the 𝐿. Comic? Maybe? Not that. Neopets 𝐿 comic? It had like really good art. I could be completely butchering the name. Idiot Care, thank you. My favorite series was Animorphs. I just collected the books because of the cool front covers, but stopped reading them. Understandable. Understandable. Neopets. 𝐏𝐡𝐚𝐭, thank you. Did you ever play Hypnospace Outlaw? No, I did not. I think you would love the early internet vibe. It emulates perfectly. There's also a sequel coming out soon. I'll have to check it out. Make classic you only trust journalism from the Neopian Times. It's so garbage. The Neopian Times is such garbage, man. Okay, this image is just dead. Alright. But there was like these series people would write, so this is like part 5 of a series. Oh, eccentricity. This one went on for quite a while. Eccentricity was like an ongoing one. Oh wait, this is like early. This is early. This is only episode 2 of this. But eccentricity, this one went on for a while, and it was good. I enjoyed it. Holy shit. Wow. What a fucking blast from the past. There were a few there were quite a few. There were quite a fucking few of they scanned the drawings ancient, yeah. Yeah, they made quite a few of these. A lot of people fucking scanned their art and uploaded it, but Was Jelly into Neopets? Yeah, Jelly loves Neopets. I wish I could remember the name of the comic that I loved. I think it took place in Neovia. And it had, like... I think the Mutant Eerie had just come out, maybe. Either, like, the Mutant Eerie or the Mutant Lenny. And they used it as, like, a character in the comic. And I was like, whoa, this Neopet, like, just came out. Chatter said, Haunt of Howl Hall. Hold on. Hold on. Let's see. Haunt of Howl Hall. My keyboard is like already falling apart on me. And there was like part 1 and part 2 and part 3. But it's not coming up. Haunt of... It's not coming up. Isn't it a new keyboard? Yeah, I don't know why it's crapping out on me. Holy scriptures. Ancient scriptures. Oh, wait. Oh my god. Wait, this is it. Talk about random. Oh my god! Yeah, this person, they used to do like weekly comics. They used to do like weekly comics, and then they did like a serious series out of like nowhere, and it was like, whoa. Hold on. The ancient texts. We've discovered them. Hold on. Let's see. Talk about random. Is it not gonna come up? How the fuck do we find this? Chat! Oh, wait, there it is! Weasel Maniac! Oh my god! Oh my god, Weasel Maniac chat! Guess what I got from the Daily What the Darrigan? It was like an item that made the eyes like Darrigan or whatever. But yeah, so like most of their comics were like silly, right? So like this is a screenie, chat. This is a screenie. You carefully walk in and pick up a cool weapon from the pile of treasure. And it's a green buzz shooting a lightning bolt. Disa, what are you doing? Do you want this or not? And you would just assume that Disa is like the name of one of their Neopets, if you're not familiar. But if you've been like reading since the beginning, you would know like all the lore. You would be like, if you are reading, like if you like found a specific author, right, you would like keep up with their weekly comics. And you'd be like, oh, I recognize this character. Oh, wow. They got... Yeah, that was TNT's Darrigan Poogle. I think it was Darrigan Poogle. Was it a Darrigan Poogle? Maybe it was a blue Poogle or something like that. But yeah, But yeah, oh, the Haunt of Howl Hall. So yeah, they're just like uploading like silly comics and stuff. Right? Like the one right before Talk About Random. Or right before Haunt of Howl Hall. This is really a thing, isn't it? Yes, it is. Are some of these images just dead? Haunt of Howl Hall read through live on stream. I could. I fucking could. Oh, there it is. Okay. So this is the episode right before the Haunt of Howl Hall. I'll be there in a second. Blaine, don't eat the chocolate. Oh, but it looks so good. Merry Christmas, everyone. Because you're allowed to say Christmas on Neopets. Surprisingly. They were very strict about a lot of things. I feel like on Neopets, it was kind of just like... It was a gamble. Huh? Why wouldn't you? Because Neopets was fucking weird. Because you can't say uncle on Neopets. You can't say uncle. Wasn't basement censored? I don't know if basement was censored, but uncle Uncle and Grape were like the two big ones that you weren't allowed to say. It was really bad. Neopet censorship was really, really bad. Grape, I get. Grape is fair. Come on, man. There's a Neopet called Grape Chia. There's items with grape in the name. So you would get a quest to go get an item that has grape in the name. And it would disable your ability to search on the marketplace when you're on a quest. So people would go to the quest helper board and they would be like, I need ape Chia book 1 or whatever, you know? Or I need great apes. I need help finding green great apes. And you'd be like, don't worry, buddy, I gotcha. Go to this person's shop. I can't link their shop name because the shop URL, usually the polite thing to do on the Neopets board when you were helping somebody with a quest, because they need to buy a specific item from somebody's shop, right? Or they need to like win it themselves. But usually people bought it from other people's shops because it was the easiest. So the polite etiquette for that quest board would be you would go to somebody's shop and you would copy the link to purchase that item, and then it would like filter that person's shop for them, because some people's shops had like 500 items in them, right? So you would normally link to the item so people could buy it just directly in one click or 2 clicks, because they'd click to go to the shop and then they'd click to buy the grapes, whatever. But if it's an item with grape in the name, you can't post it. So you were just so fucked if you needed an item with grape in the name. You were like playing a game of like bouncing around the sensors, hoping other players understood what you were looking for. And then other players would be like, yep, you gotta go to this person's shop. So you link to your own shop with the item at 500% markup. That's kind of based. Oh, God. So yeah, I'm surprised you can say Christmas. Oh, well, this is embarrassing. Oh, wait. Jamie, for the last time, Christmas was last year. Oh, well, this is embarrassing. I'll be going now. See ya, Sylvester. See ya, Jamie. Blaine, what did I just tell you? It wasn't me, I swear. Burp. Ding dong. Coming. Happy New Year, everyone. Goodbye, Jamie. That's really funny. I'm raffle-gatoring right now. I'm rolling on the floor laughing, X3. So anyways, their next thing was Haunt of the Hell Hall. The Haunt of Hell Hall. And I was like, wow. It starts off lighthearted. But it was like a mystery. And there's like drama, and it went on for 20 episodes. I remember being pissed because there was a break at one point. Wait, was there not? There was. Yeah. Okay, there was like a break at one point, and I was like, what the fuck? Why is there just a random break in the series for a week? And then it came back, and I think there was like another. Am I crazy? There were a few series that I'd be reading and they would take a hiatus for a week. And I was like, why is the series going on hiatus? And it's because episode 50, increments of 50, get you a special avatar. So people would hold on to their comics and stuff until episode 50 was coming up. Of the Neopian Times, and then they would all submit their comics to try and get into week 50 so they could get an avatar. Was that either 50 or 100? I can't remember. It's increments of one or the other, but so all the quality content would come out at those specific times. It was a round number. Hey Pippa, how you feeling? I'm feeling all right. My throat's a little sore, but yeah, so 𝐂𝐚𝐭 𝐑𝐿𝐻, that's her new name. I guess that's been her name. But 𝐂𝐚𝐭 I guess she's like a YouTuber now. And I remember reading her fucking screenshots on Neopets. It was just the funniest shit. It was the funniest shit ever, chat. I think at one point, one of her Neopets had like an emo arc. I don't remember if it was her or somebody else's. But there was like a whole storyline with this Gellert. He was like her lab rat, which means that there's like this there's this thing in Neopets where it like changes the color and race and stats of your Neopets, and she used this one to zap. So he would like go through a bunch of different changes and stuff, if I remember correctly. But I thought her art was like peak. I thought her art was like the greatest thing ever at the time. You know what I miss? The Undertale comic community. I didn't even know that existed. I did not engage with the Undertale community at all. I watched a few playthroughs of it. I watched Jacksepticeye and Markiplier play it. And I think Jacksepticeye like gave up partway through because people kept comparing him to Markiplier. But yeah, this was like peak humor, chat. There's a rumor going around around the boards that Neopets are evil and that they plan to take over the world. Ha ha ha, that's the silliest thing I've ever heard. Thump, thump, thump. Anime sweat drop. We're going to rule the world! Ah! Anime run lines. Story by 𝐏𝐡𝐚𝐭 And then the art was by 𝐿𝐴𝐿𝐿. So, you know. Jack played all of it. Did he play all of it? I don't remember. Yeah. Yep. Oh man, chat. Oh man. Fucking Neopets, dude. Fucking Neopets. I remember I never clicked the comics button. I didn't realize that you could just click the comics button because I was like a brain dead kid, right? So I would be looking for all the comics in the Neopian Times by like, I'd be like looking in the sidebar and I'd be like, this one has a short description, so it's probably a comic. And I'd click on it. And if it wasn't a comic, I would just look for another one. Patooey! This one doesn't really have a description, so it's probably a comic. Click. And I would just keep doing that. But did you ever speak this way? Was Leet speak? A little bit. I didn't have the patience for that. 𝐂𝐡𝐚𝐭, thank you. This art reminds me of Tom Fishback's early comics. He's Markiplier's brother. I remember that. 2Kinds. Can I look this up without it bringing up porn? For those of you who don't know, Markiplier's brother writes a furry comic. And one of the schools that I went to, there was this kid that was like obsessed with it. And he was like, you have to read it. And I was like, okay. And then I read it. And I remember pinging him on Skype. I was like, bro, this is garbage. This is so bad. And he was like, no, you don't understand. It gets better. And I was like, I don't know if it does, man. I don't think it's going to get better. And he was like, no, at least catch up to where it is now. And I was like, bro, like this started in like 2003 and this kid was telling me about this in like 2013, 2014. There was a lot of fucking comics to go through, man. I was like, I'm not gonna read all this, dude. I'm not gonna read all this. And he was like, you have to, it's so good. You won't understand. And then he would send me like, he sent me like some pretty cute art from it. There was like a snow leopard like chewing on her own tail or whatever. It was like a silly, cute piece of art. And I was like, yeah, that's great, bro, but I'm not reading all this. I'm not fucking reading all this. There's way too much. Yeah, One Piece fans be like, 2003, chat. And the art This is like the better art. I remember it gets worse because the author like redid the first few pages. So it's like the art starts off pretty bad, right? And you're like, I guess it's tolerable. But then it just gets worse. At some point, oh god, of course I clicked onto the fucking sex. Jesus Christ. He gets the cat pregnant, chat. I think this is like around where I stopped reading. I think I stopped at chapter 7 because I was like, this is a lot and it's not very good. There is a lot going on here. It's weird. I was like way prudish. I was way more of a prude at the time. And so I saw that and I was like, and he was like, yeah, don't worry about it. It's for the plot. And I'm like, bamboozled, thank you. But yeah. Jesus Christ. I've learned so much today, for better or for worse. Maybe it is an actually good story. I don't know. I remember the parts that I read, it was like, it felt like I was reading like Kingdom Hearts, but for furries. Which it's like, I don't really like Kingdom Hearts, so looks like the art gets a lot better, but my friend was so obsessed with Las Lindas. That sounds familiar. It's not like phenomenal art, but like for a comic, that's cute. Las Lindas. Am I gonna get flashbanged? Okay, I do not know what this is. I remember Black Blood Alliance. I remember this one. This one was so fucking cool. I guess there was like plushies and stuff for this at some point. I don't know. I think I like joined in on it late because by the time I had started reading it, there was like, I don't think they were updating it anymore. You ate my rice, thank you. Do not the cat nor the Korsha. Black Blood Alliance, goodbye. Pizza Man, thank you. Oh, okay. This is the modern day equivalent of ancient scholars spending 20 years writing 1,500 page epics. Here's like somebody dubbing over the comic, maybe? Read the description with the fucking Nightcore avatar. Yes, a new comic this time is about the story of a wolf pack which lived in peace for a very long time, but since the wolves became unable to hold and defend their terrain, their neighbors, a saber clan, more or less declared war. Losing more and more ground and warriors, the pack's leader has no other chance but calling the old protectors back. Like, the art is really good. The art is, like, ridiculously good for an old webcomic. Like, old webcomics did not look like this 99 times out of 100. This is, like, phenomenal art for back then. And even by today's standards, it's still good. It's still really good. It looks like Balto, yeah. Disney is seething right now. Oh wait, did somebody upload it to Webtoons? Oh my god, it's on Webtoons. But yeah, so this is like... This is ancient. This is fucking ancient. God, so many memories. I thought it was like the coolest thing. I thought this was like... Pippa, did you ever read Control-Alt-Delete? No. God, no. I did spend an inordinate... Fuck. I spent a lot of time on this one website called Your Webcomic. It sucks. sucks or is bad? Your webcomic sucks? Or was it your comic sucks? There was like this one site. Your comic sucks. I can't find it, but it's how I discovered Lightbringer. Does anyone remember the name? Did you ever read Not the Villain? I don't know. It's dead now! Ah, fuck. What was it called? What it was just called Your Webcomic Sucks. Was it yourwebcomicsucks.com? I don't know. There was this fucking website chat, and I remember it looked like it was like the Cool ROMs website. It was like dark blue with very minimal graphics and everything. Your webcomic is bad. Your webcomic is bad. Your webcomic is bad and you should feel bad. Was that the whole name? I don't know. Bad webcomic wiki? I don't fucking remember, chat. I don't remember the name, but I spent so much time on there, and I just like lost my mind reading the fucking synopses for. They would like write up. I just passed it. Bad webcomics archive? I don't. This doesn't look like it. But they just wrote like the funniest fucking descriptions. They wrote the funniest fucking descriptions ever for comics. And I used to love reading webcomics. I read so many. It's Bad Webcomics Wiki now. Bad Webcomics Wiki. It was so good. It was so fucking good. There was like this one Naruto, or not Naruto, Avatar. Oh! Chat. It's like looking at an old friend. And Boozle, thank you. Do you remember your first time getting drunk? Not gonna lie, because I'm getting drunk for the first time. I turned 21st on June 3rd. Sorry, but I'm really curious. Yes. It was... I didn't realize I was drunk. I was waiting for the feeling of being drunk. And it just never happened. And then I realized after. I was like, oh, I was drunk. I remember I was like 15 or 16. And I learned that alcohol make bad feeling go away, kind of. If you will it. Mamakin was like, yeah, you can have the alcohol in the house. And so I would just like, I'd make a cup. I'd take a plastic cup and I'd fill it with ice from the fridge. And I'd pour myself a tall glass of Pinnacle vodka. Because that was all she ever bought at the time, was just different flavors of Pinnacle vodka. And I would just fucking drink Pinnacle vodka and be sad until my guild members logged in and we played video games. Red Solo Cup. That was certainly a point in my life. Lord Commissar Spartan, thank you. Did you ever read Prequel? A little bit, yeah. The Elder Scrolls webcomic with the girl failure, yellow cat, Katia Manigan. Yeah, and it had the red lizard. I liked the red lizard. I forget her name. I forget her fucking name. Zahara, thank you. Did you also read VG Cats? I don't know. Sounds like my ex was 16 going on 40. I was a little ahead of my time. Quillweave. Was that her name? Quilltail? I don't remember. I didn't read that much of it, but I do remember thinking like this is like Homestuck, but actually good. Oh, Merkle Hopper, thank you. 15, 16 suddenly. Some things make a lot more sense now. My brain is probably fried by drinking Pinnacle vodka at 15, 16. Tingle Mango, thank you. On a brighter note, nice 𝐏𝐡𝐚𝐭 logo. It was Quillweave. I loved it. I loved Prequel. Homestuck was actually good. I didn't I didn't like Homestuck. I tried. 𝐂𝐡𝐚𝐭 𝐑𝐿, thank you. Pippa, ever read the webcomic Irma? More recent. No. Oh god. There was another comic that like it was like a girl thing, so I don't know if how much you guys would like recognize it, but there was like this one comic that it was like it became like a weekly thing on this forum that I was on. We were all like younger kids. And every time this webcomic updated, we'd be like discussing the chapter. And it was one of those webcomics where it updated literally one page at a time. Like, it was so fucking slow. God forbid there was an action sequence, because it would be like the whole page was just like that action sequence, and that was all you were gonna get for 1 to 3 weeks. Holy shit. I don't remember the name. I remember there was a guy that used a bow and arrow, and he used bow and arrows, and he turned into a swan or something? Lord Commissar Spartan, thank you. Fun fact, after a several year-long hiatus, prequel finally started updating again. A new page/update dropped a couple of weeks ago. Sure. Why even bother? I don't know, man. Yeah, it was normal for webcomics, at least back in the day. Yeah, that's Swan Boy? It was called, like, Shifters or something? It was, like, a series about shapeshifters. It was, like, a series about that's gonna bring up fetish stuff. It was, like, a series about shapeshifters, and there was, like, this girl, and I think she could turn into, like, a fox or something. And then there was, like, a tough, cool guy, and he could turn into, like, a wolf. And then it was like, it's not Animorphs, dude. It's not Animorphs. Shapeshifter webcomic. I feel like I would recognize it if I saw it. It was like really high quality art. It wasn't Animorphs. Shifters? Is that what it was called? No, this is like a real comic. I'm talking about a webcomic. Can't remember any names. I can't remember any names. Webcomic about a girl and guy, shapeshifter, and swan guy, shapeshifter. Okay, that's porn. It's just porn. Alright. Ah, god damn it. God, I don't remember. I don't remember the name. I don't remember the name of the comic. Why is it gotta be about this weird shit, man? It's always porn. Jesus Christ. I don't know. It was an okay comic. Pseudo-Rhino was cool. Do you guys remember there was this one website you could go to? Fuck. Neko Mouse? Is the original webpage still up? WebNeko! Wait, I think that was it. WebNeko. Hold on. Yeah! Oh my god. Oh my god. You click on the little cat and then he follows your cursor. Chat? Chat, you know? Chat, you know? I always wondered how other people got, like, their, like, custom cats up here. I don't recognize most of these. I don't think most of these were here. I remember different ones being here. But oh my god, it was so good. You would add this little cat to your webpage. Like on MySpace and stuff, you copy and paste this. You could use it on your Neopets page back in the day, back before they made Neopets web pages suck. Lightning Fire, thank you. The first pop-up search are based on your search history. Well, I regularly clear out the Brave browser because I use it for streaming. And a lot of the times, you guys will send me weird shit to click on. So I'm always clearing it out. So I can safely say that this is just the default search. There was another one. Dragon web counter? Boing Dragon! Fucking Boing Dragon, dude. You guys remember this? You go on here, you can make a little web counter. Oh, you gotta sign up. I forgot. Fuck. But you'd get like these little, dragons. This is MTG. I don't want that. No. Damn it. Boing Dragon. Counters for forum signatures. You could use them for forum signatures. You could use them for like web tracker. Web counter. Why are there no pictures? Why are there no fucking pictures? Drag Cave? Yeah, Drag Cave. Hold on. This one, you would make an account on here and you would get like dragon eggs and you would hatch them. Every time somebody clicked on your forum signature, dragon, it would hatch. And so on old forums, you would go on like the off-topic board and there would be like a daily clicker page or just like a ongoing thread. See, forums were kind of random, right? There's like a mixed bag. For those of you who are not too familiar with forums, there's like forums where you're not allowed to keep threads going. So you would, like every day, you would go on and you'd make like a new thread and you'd be like, click for click. Like daily click for click. And then everybody would go on to like this thread and you would like click on people's forum signatures. Drag Cave forum signature. Maybe I can find like a screenshot. Is there no like example of somebody like using one in their actual fucking forum signature? But people would have these little eggs in their signatures. For those of you who don't know, forums were like Discord, but imagine not live. Imagine no, more like Facebook. Okay, think of old forums as like Facebook. And like you would like post on there and it'd be like what's like a good fucking example, dude? Can I just show you guys a forum? Dragon forum. Oh, here we go. So they'd look like this, and you'd have them for like everything, right? You'd have like Pet Goldfish forum, Terra Celestial Hills forum, fucking your guild would usually have a forum because instant messengers did not have good long-term storage. So you would, back in the day, for your guilds and shit, if you were hosting contests, events, if you were organizing groups for shit, you would go onto your guild forum and you would make a thread and then, okay, you would click one of these. So this is a category. And you would go to a board. And sometimes there were sub-boards, which is like introduce yourself, reading, sites, tools, resources, trading. So this is like a game. This is a game site. You go to news. And then you go on here. And this would be like your weekly guild news. Breeding, you breed your dragons together. It's a game. To create like more eggs. lineage project. Blah 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 blah. Reddit is like a super forum. Reddit does not capture like the real spirit of a forum, in my opinion, but like a whole bunch of info. But basically, wait, does Drag Cave not have fucking forum signatures? That's like some sad irony. But there would be like a line right here, and then people on a lot of forums would have like a whole bunch of random shit. Hold on. Warrior Cats forum. Maybe these will have. Come on, these gotta have like signatures and stuff. Reddit is more like a message board. Warrior Cats Online? Kitty Coins Market. God damn it, this looks like it's a Pro Boards board and it doesn't have... Here we go! Wait! Is it somebody's signature? Yeah, so there's like the lines here. And then this is like their signature. But a lot of the time, like, cool people would have like images and stuff. Cool people would have like images in their signature. And you would have like fucking links and stuff. And it was a good time. And you'd have pets in your signatures and you'd click them. And they would take you to another page and the pet would get like a +1 on it. And that was like its EXP. And it would need like more EXP to level up. And there were specific websites like entirely built around like making your own and stuff. So there was one called like, was it 𝐂𝐚𝐭? 𝐂𝐚𝐭 or 𝐏𝐡𝐚𝐭, something like that. 𝐏𝐡𝐚𝐭 forum signatures. I don't know if I'll be able to find it. Holy shit. People would open up threads on message boards for like forum signature requests, and you could request, you would be like, I want, like, look at this one. This is a fucking NeoGAF. You'd be like, I want Sephiroth, and I want it to say my username, and I want like the tagline. This one says, I am sex, death, and destruction. And this would be like so fucking cool and hardcore. It was like you could tell who had access to like Photoshop and who was like some bitch ass using like paint.net or GIMP. The fucking Photoshop users would come in with the fucking badass signatures like that. And then like the fucking GIMP people would use shit like this. This is an example of like a GIMP plebeian, right? Or like a paint.net plebeian, you know? And then like Photoshop bros. Holy shit! Yeah, and the animated ones. The animated ones were like super rare. It was so rare. If you had an animated forum signature that wasn't a fucking glitter siggy, you were like you were like giga based. You were like Giga Chad. You were so fucking cool. Oh man, yeah, look at the holy shit. I go through. Oh, and these, I forget what these are called, but you would have like a fucking like GeoCities or a Neopets pet page or like a forum signature or whatever, and you would have like fucking 20 of these, man. You would have like 20 of these. The like sleek people would have like one, right? Because like they're cool, you know, they don't need a bunch, right? User bars! Yeah, they're called user bars! Oh my god. Oh my god. Why is your vomiting? This is so based. This is so based. God. Oh god, that goes so fucking hard. Holy shit. Oh god, the fucking, oh my god. This is incredible. This is fucking incredible. Holy shit. Holy shit. Oh man, this is like what I would have used, man. This is like, I really love this like black and white aesthetic with like a pop of color like this and this. This was like, I thought this was like so fucking cool. Like I thought this was like so cool that I was like not cool enough to like use it, right? Like black rock shooter. I loved using black rock shooter stuff because that was like the whole aesthetic for that. I think I actually brought up. Yeah! This is a website called Fairy Wings. I'm telling you, Chad, I prepared some shit for this. This is a website called Fairy Wings. And you would go through here. It didn't always look like this, but they used to have like some sick ass user lookups. I think it was Fairy Wings that had them. Oh wait, but these are all Neopets themed. Maybe it wasn't Fairy Wings. There was like there was like some website that used to have. Oh wait. Others. They used to have like some really cool ones. There was quite a few websites. Look at this. Oh man. Oh, this goes so hard. Holy shit. This was unironically one that I used. I never took it down. It just broke eventually. This was my Neopets user lookup for years. For fucking years, chat. So I filled out like the about me section and stuff with my like basic ass HTML and CSS knowledge. I had like fancy bolded text and shit and some like images and like links to my like pet profiles and stuff. And like I thought this was like this was so peak. Chat, I thought this was so were you a cake is a lie memer? Yes, I was. Oh my god, yes I was. I'd be going on to a fucking I'd be making a post on a forum, right? And I'd be making like roleplay character descriptions or whatever, or I'd be filling out my signature in the guild forum, and I'd spoiler my text and I'd put the cake is a lie. Ah! Yeah. Good times. Good times. Wow. Dragon Attraction. I don't know what this is. Maybe this is a book or a comic or something. But they have a whole bunch. Look, Half-Life 2. Fairy Wings was like one of the only ones that had fandom ones. They weren't the only one, but Fairy Wings had like the best, right? A lot of profiles you couldn't get like the layering effects that like Fairy Wings had. They were so cool. They were so cool. So many people had this one. So many people. You would go on Neopets and you would check out somebody's page, and there was a pretty decent chance that they had this exact layout. This one was pretty big. Oh, Maximum Ride, chat. Maximum Ride. Terrible? Do you guys remember when that was a thing? Okay, I think I'm starting to hit my limit. Oh, man. Some of these are newer, like Avengers. Holy shit. Fucking Willy Wonka. We got any Willy Wonka fans in chat? Do we have any fucking Willy Wonka fans up in here? Aragon? Does anybody remember the movie Aragon? No? Well, people on Neopets fucking loved it. Jesus Christ. Oh, yeah. Fucking Nightmare Before Christmas was big. The Lion King was bad. Fuck. Imagine making your Neopets layout An advertisement for The Lion King now available on Disney DVD. Oh my fucking god. Oh my god. I need to chill out. I need to calm down. My chest hurts. Frozen Maiden. I'll know Exorcist. There were some big ones. There used to be websites dedicated entirely to like Naruto layouts and shit like that. I don't know what Land and Snow even is. Never heard of it. Forgot Rose and Maiden existed. How could you forget? I don't know what House of Night is. Like a fucking Moogle. God. Everything was so much more sincere. Jesus Christ. I was gonna show you guys 𝐏𝗶𝗽𝗶𝗽𝗶. I didn't expect to like go so far over time. But 𝐏𝗶𝗽𝗶𝗽𝗶 was like Neopets, but I guess the owners were like crazy or something. I don't know. I don't know all the lore, but they made their own Neopets and then like advertised it on Neopets website, which was the funniest shit. It reminds me nowadays of like VTuber agencies. You know how like VTuber agencies will like BM each other and put ads on other VTuber agencies like streams and shit? You do chat, you guys know that? You guys know like a new VTuber agency will be like, oh, time to put our debut ads on every other single fucking VTuber's channel. That was 𝐏𝗶𝗽𝗶𝗽𝗶 did the same thing. 𝐏𝗶𝗽𝗶𝗽𝗶 did the exact same fucking thing. It was so funny. It got me to sign up, but I was like, this isn't Neopets. You're not logged in. You can still play, but your score won't be saved. It doesn't even work. Does it? Ah! I think it's a little broken. I think it's a little broken. I was gonna show you guys this. I didn't play this when I was younger or anything, but I know a lot of people are super into it. Maybe we could just turn this into a stream. I wanted to experience it because I never played it, so. But you might have heard of West of Loathing. Kingdom of Loathing is before West of Loathing. Now I'm just like showing you guys everything. I was gonna talk about MySpace, and there's this other website called Windows93.net, and if you go on here, it has this very soulful login, and it has like a bunch of games and stuff. Poke Rainbow just boots up 4 different fucking Pokemon ROMs. We could probably spend an entire stream doing this. But yeah, there's a lot on here. It takes a second to load, but oh man, save them for other streams, Pippa. Yeah, and then I was gonna show you guys NeoCities, which is a remake of GeoCities, which used to be a website host that Yahoo stabbed and twisted a knife into because they're horrible, horrible company. Just an absolutely fucking disgusting company. I could have talked about stamps. How you would have like affiliate sites and stuff, and you would use their stamps like this. You put their stamps on your site in order to like create like a network, and people would make like directories. There used to be directory sites where you could go in and you could look for like specific type of sites, and you'd just click their stamps. Spec boxing and probably gatekeeping. It's called a web ring. Is that what it's called? I don't know. Are they called web rings? I just knew them as directories. Oh, directories and stamps. But I guess they're called web rings. Go to bed, rabbit. Your throat is sounding worse. Yeah, I'm having some chest pain now. I think I yelled a bit too much. 𝐏𝐡𝐚𝐭, I had to make a web turnpike. I think I talked a bit too much. Oh wait, load 4 Pokemon games. There we go. That's how you do it. I just want to show you guys real quick because it's really funny. It boots up Pokemon ROMs, dude. It like boots up different things for classic games. Isn't this just fucking hilarious? Look, you can actually control them. You actually control them. And you're like controlling them all at the same time, kind of. It's really like, I don't know. I don't know. It's soulful. Virtual PC, Hamster, Progress, Quest, Brian, Sweeper. But I wanted to show you guys they have a MySpace. And people actually like make pages on here. Like you can go to somebody's page and they like fill them out. And just like MySpace, it autoplays music.
Princess of the Darkness. And I'm Tera. And we're sitting here in Tera's room, rocking out to MCR and celebrating 2009 or the new year.
Okay. Do another stream instead of just glossing over it. Because I don't know if I'll ever get to it. But yeah, it's... yeah. Okay, I'm gonna call it here for the night. Maybe I can just keep talking about this shit tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see how my throat is tomorrow, actually. Kind of went off the rails and got a little bit overexcited. I tried to pick a stream topic where I wouldn't, like, have the opportunity to, like, yell or go crazy, but I guess I underestimated how exciting it is to look at all this dumb shit. I love the internet. Okay. I'm gonna pick somebody to read. And I'm gonna send you guys off for the night. Take care, rabbit. Thank you, thank you. Never underestimate nostalgia, yeah. Ah, God. Pippa, eat some rabbits. No! I don't want to eat my bonois. Let's go. Thank you. Thanks for the nostalgia trip. Good night. Good night. I'm gonna take some NyQuil. I've been at the point where I don't need to take NyQuil to survive. Before, I was like taking NyQuil, not even just to like feel better, but just because like it calmed me down. I'd take NyQuil even during the day because like it didn't make me like sleepy, but it like calmed me down. And I wouldn't stress as much about being sick. Let's see here. NASA is playing Don't Scream, which is a pretty delightful experience to watch because it is very frustrating to play. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. I will see you guys. That's called getting high? Wait, am I getting high off of NyQuil? Like, there's no way, right? Yeah, you can't get high off of NyQuil, can you? Yes? I'm only drinking like the amount it tells me to. You can? Oh God, what the fuck? Don't worry about it. Some people get addicted to it. You're addicted? I'm not addicted. I haven't had any in a couple days because I don't need it. Huh? You have to drink a lot? I've done like, when I was really sick, I did like 2 or 3 caps a day, and then I started doing just like 1 cap a day, and now I only do like it as I need it, right? Like sometimes before bed. 3 caps, that's spaced out in a period of like 4 hours, okay? That's not 3 caps at one time. Specklebox, thank you. Accidental overdose stream. Oh my god. When I was younger, Papakin, every time I got sick, he'd hand me the bottle of NyQuil and he'd say, drink it until you feel better, and I'd be like, okay. Thank you. The Pippa drugs arc begins now! Okay. Alright. I'm ending this off. Good night. 𝐂𝐡𝐚𝐭 cringe.
Till day fluffles away, till day fluffles away, till day.
Fuck, I broke everything. Till day fluffles away, till day. Till day fluffles away, till day. Till day fluffles away, till day.
Till day fluffles away, till day. Till day fluffles away, till day. Till day fluffles away, till day. We hope you enjoyed your stay. Tuesday through Saturday, we'll see you again soon. A few hours past noon. Drinking, watching, reacting, backseating. ISP problems left waiting. What the hell is Pippa eating? Mama Spanish chatters go ham. Miss Super Chats, when will Pip Possum come back? We hope you enjoy your stay. Your favorite streamers live. So today, she'll be offline. 𝐏𝐡𝐚𝐭, we'll see you again soon. Leave a like and bob to the outro tune. Next stream, we'll argue and laugh. Next stream, we'll have a blast. Stick around to see who Pippa rates. Read the chat rules and say, hey dude, we'll stream again soon. Come back again. And remember us when you hit message send. Till day fluffles away, till day. Till day fluffles away, till day. Till day fluffles away, till day.